till the show, we got the cryptid tales. Skeleton in a suit, MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From comments to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, horse racing, we keep the hype, you feel me? VP digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay the alpha here, it's crazy. Yes, OG Vol, welcome to the show. We got the cryptid tales. Skeleton in a suit, MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From comments to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, horse racing, we keep it hype, you feel me? VP digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay tuned to OG Vol, the alpha here is crazy. Yes, OG Vol, welcome to the show. We got the cryptid tales. Skeleton in a suit, MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From comments to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, horse racing, we keep the hype, you feel me? VP digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay tuned to OG Vol, the alpha here is crazy. Yes, OG Vol, welcome to the show. We got the cryptid tales. Skeleton in a suit, MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From comments to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, horse racing, we keep it hype, you feel me? VP digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay tuned to OG Vol, the alpha here is crazy. Yes, OG Vol, welcome to the show. We got the cryptid tales. Skeleton in a suit, MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From comments to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, horse racing, we keep it hype, you feel me? VP digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay tuned to OG Vol, the alpha here is crazy. Yes, OG Vol, welcome to the show. We got the cryptid tales. Skeleton in a suit, MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From comments to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, horse racing, we keep it hype, you feel me? VP digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay tuned to OG Vol, the alpha here is crazy. Yes, OG Vol, welcome to the show. We got the cryptid tales. Skeleton in a suit, MoKnowz never fails. We talk elections, UFOs, and paranormal trails. Fast tech, NFTs, catch the latest crypto sales. From comments to conspiracies, we dropping knowledge daily. Photo finish, horse racing, we keep it hype, you feel me? VP digital drops, market values never hazy. Stay tuned to OG Vol, the alpha here is crazy.
In the dark of the night, when the moon's hanging low, there's a place where the wildest of tales start to grow. Meanwhile, the skeleton, with his phony grin, and Volt, his co-host, let the stories begin. From the paranormal to the political scene, we dive into the unknown, if you know what I mean. Cryptocurrency madness, gaming world so vast, we're bringing you the future and echoes from the past. Tales from the crypto where the shadows come alive. Mo and Volt are your guides, let's take a dive. In the crypto secrets we unravel the law. Hold on tight, cause we've got so much more. told. Political shadows creeping in the night. Mo and Bolt, we're shining the light. From the paranormal to the political scene, we dive into the unknown. If you know what I mean, see madness, gaming. We're bringing you the future and echoes from the past. Tales from the crypto where the shadows come alive. Mo and Bolt are your guides. Let's take a dive in the crypto secrets. We unravel the law. Hold on tight, 'cause we've got so much more.
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday at 5 p.m. I feel like maybe I'm started on the wrong day, but I checked my calendar. This is Tuesday. It is 5 p.m., right? Because I haven't heard back from Mo. There's only like 2 people here. Well, let me check. We got like 8 people here now. What's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out. Dane K is here. The chat is working, which is not typical for these Tuesday live streams, but it seems to be working. But I'm not sure where Mo's at. Let me know in the chat. I'm right, though. Today is Tuesday, and it's 5 p.m. I'm pretty sure. We got some cool stuff to talk about today. We got a paranormal topic for you. Of course, lots of sports to talk about. Tons to talk about in politics. I almost hope Mo don't show up, because I don't think me and Mo are going to agree on how things are going in politics. I could be wrong about that. We got Bruin88 in the building with the Todd Batman's badge. Let's go. Right now, it's just Vault. I don't know what's up with Mo. I'm thinking the time's right. We got my man Boriqua here. Is chat working on X? Yes, chat always works on X. You can see it right there above where Mo should be. And I can also bring it up on the screen. So hopefully we get more viewers on X. I don't think I'm going to be streaming the drops on X anymore, because the delay is ridiculous. Like, it's like a 30-second delay from where I'm talking and from where it shows up on the stream, because I'm streaming in 2 places at once. And plus it's a little more glitchy. I think we'll do it on Tuesdays for Tales from the Crypto, but maybe not on the drop streams. I don't know, man. Anybody got Mo's number? Anybody in New York? Go over there, knock on his door. Tuesday, 5 p.m. your time. Yeah, I mean, this is the time we usually go live, ain't it? I'm checking. I'm sure it'll pop up and be like, oh, I fell asleep, or oh, I got stuck in traffic or something. You're in New York, you probably get stuck in traffic all the time. What's up, Woody? Me and Woody are going to have a good old time. Bruin88, not so much if Mo don't show up and we get to the politics topic. Because I got plenty to say about that today. What's up, Poka Pokey? Oh, is he doing horse racing? He didn't even tell me. It's Tuesday. He would have told me, because last Tuesday we didn't do Tales from the Crypto because he had to call a race for Photo Finish Live, the Solana blockchain horse racing game, which the way crypto's going right now and the way they're getting rid of regulations and pumping crypto so much, I almost feel like a game like that is probably a smart thing to be invested in right now. I have a few horses over there. They're kind of trash, I'm not going to lie. They don't win very much, so I don't play a lot. But for the people who did invest early, smart. Very smart. I'll restrain myself. I'll try to do the same thing, Woody. Shout out to Dane K. Did Mo get deported? No. I'm more likely to get deported than him. He's on the right side, literally the right side. But big shout out to Dane K, who's got a baby on the way. He's got a baby coming any minute now. Gonna be a dad, what, for the first time, second time, third time? Oh, it's tough out here. Bariqua, yeah, that's the Twitter viewers is never accurate. That's why it's always funny to me when I hear other VV live streamers talking about there's 800 people watching on Twitter right now. That's just how many people have viewed your tweet that you went live. So yeah, if there were 148 people, I'm sure somebody else besides you would be chatting. Most likely. We got my man Smart Buy in the building. Let's go. Did the channel grab a Banksy? I didn't even stream the Banksy drop. I don't know about the whole Banksy thing. I was excited about it at first when they announced it. I felt like it was a big IP. However, it's not really Banksy, and it's this other place, Mediaite or something, and Banksy has commented before where he wasn't happy that the same company was using his images on some Gap clothing or something to do with another brand. So I don't know, it was 50 something gems. I was like, just forget about it. Then they go and have like the secret rare, the gold version, the super scarce version on the next day on a Monday, and you had out of 1 million MCP points to get it. I think you had to spend those 1 million MCP. Like, I'm not even close to 1 million MCP, and I haven't spent very much. I got like 30,000 MCP. I feel like I'm way behind. Because it's just showing, I better close this screen. It's just showing like my intro right now. Like y'all can see me right now, right? I'm assuming you can. I don't know why it's just showing that. Yeah, congratulations to Dan K. Third time. Let's go. Oh, he's in Canada. Pokey says Super Bowl was trash. Man, especially if you're a Chiefs fan like me. I've been trying to stall a little bit and see if Mo shows up. Let me check. Nope, not sure. Mo is not even signed on right now. So he might have got caught up in that New York traffic. Or it might be snowing over there. I got a lot of snow today. Can you educate me? Not being from the U.S., can you say what's the benefit of government calling NFTs as digital collectibles versus securities? You don't want them to be securities because then they would go under the guidelines of regular securities, and they have all these restrictions. But then again, they're getting rid of all the regulations right now, especially in the financial industry. So I think even if you call them securities, we'd probably be all right. I don't know. We'll talk about it when we get to politics. I guess we're going to go ahead and get into our first topic for the night. Especially since this is a topic that Mo already knows about. He's the one who informed me about it. So let me tell y'all the story and give y'all a little bit of information. And we'll see what you guys think about this paranormal topic, if it's real or if it's just made up. So it's about the Vostok Station. So the Vostok Station was created out there in Antarctica, everybody's favorite vacation spot. In this place called Vostok, right next to the South Pole, right? So they created this station back in the 1950s, and in the 1970s, 1974 to be exact, they discovered Lake Vostok. And Lake Vostok is this lake underneath all this ice. You can see how much ice there is, and it's even like the way it's built, there's a cave down there and everything. So what they had decided to do over there in Vostok with the Russians, they decided to drill a hole and go down there and see what's underneath there, what the lake looks like. So it took them 30 years to drill the hole. This is the team right here. There's actually 8 of them that went down there. The rest of them, I guess, stayed up top and guided them. And apparently they lost contact with them for a couple of days. Was it a week? I think it was like 5 to 7 days they were down there. It's the team of 8. And it's this dude named Dr. Anton Padeka. He's the leader of the team, right? So they get down there. They're underneath this hole. Let me show you again what it looks like. You see how much ice. They're down here, stuck down here for like 8 or 9 days. This is the Antarctica. They're alive and everything, so they're cool. But the problem is they find this creature down there. And this creature, like, it's big. It's 33 feet long. Looks like an octopus, except for it has 16 limbs. And it seems to display some odd characteristics. So, like, on the first day they're there, they're all moving around. They see this creature. A few of them get into the water. And then one of them seems to be hypnotized by the creature and is just sitting there staring at it while it's in the water, smiling at it, until the creature comes up and grabs it and rips off its head and eats its body. Right? Okay, so then a few days later, they're still down there, and another researcher was out there trying to catch it, because they were trying to capture this thing. And apparently what happened, and this is the story that they're telling, is that this creature shape-shifted into a human looking creature, like a diver. Somehow it is an octopus, so they do shapeshift and do all that stuff, so it made itself look like a diver, and it got next to this other researcher and it killed that researcher also. And then around the 4th or 5th day, they're trying to trap it still, and this female researcher like chopped off one of its tentacles. And if you know about octopus tentacles, they have like these fibers or something that it's almost like they have their own little mini brain, and they could do their own thing. So what happened in this situation is that when they went to bed at night, this tentacle that was chopped off and was laying out there next to the ice or whatever decided to just crawl up there and grab that lady and choke her to death in her sleep. So they actually somehow was able to capture this creature, and they brought it back up to the surface and they took it back to Russia. But of course your boy Vlad Putin says nah, it didn't really happen. And he's claiming that it's not even a real thing. But this scientist, he says he was there. He's got all these pictures and stuff. He was at the expedition. You could read the sign if you can read Russian to show that the expedition was real. And the Vostok Station is a real place. But nobody knows what actually happened with this creature. They never saw it again. And I mean, what's kind of interesting about it is they call it Organism 46B. So like, some questions are like, what What was Organism 46A? And what about 45A and 45B and 42 and 41? Like, how many of these crazy organisms have they found out there? Here's a picture that was taken by, I think it was some type of drill, underwater drill. And it doesn't quite look like an octopus. And some people said that it seems a lot like Organism 46B. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Like I said, Mo was the one that told me about that. Still haven't heard back from Mo. I don't know. Maybe Mo probably thinks it's Wednesday or Monday. He probably doesn't realize it's Tuesday or something. It happens. Yeah, big congratulations to Dane K over there. His third, baby. Halftime sucked with an anti-white message. Of course, Bruin 88, right winger. All the right wingers hated the halftime show. We're going to get to sports next. We're definitely going to talk about the halftime show. But it's just crazy to me. Just don't get me started. Where does VV get their pricing and MCP decisions? I would think with all the user data from drops, they would be spot on for fan buys. I mean, they have to maximize their profit and try to sell as many as possible. So they got to give you a chaser. I feel like they're experimenting with different stuff. And they're trying to figure out what makes them the most money on retail. And I don't think the evolvable drops did it. So now they're trying all these new mechanisms. I don't know. I don't like the idea of having to have 1 million MCP points to get the most scarce item on the drop that week. Don't you think if we call them securities, big corporate VCs would be more interested in NFTs? I mean, what's the actual definition of a security? Because when I looked it up, it was all we were trying to figure out our NFTs securities. And like the very first line of the definition of what a security is a fungible asset. So I just stopped right there because it can't be an NFT because an NFT is literally a non-fungible token. So, all right, let me look it up. A security is a financial instrument that can be traded and has monetary value. Well, that's literally everything. Securities include stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and real estate. A security is a financial instrument that can be traded and has monetary value. So my baseball cards are securities. Security is a tradable financial asset. The term commonly refers to any form of financial instrument, but its legal definition varies by jurisdiction. A thing deposited or pledged as a guarantee of the fulfillment of an undertaking or the repayment of a loan to be forfeited in case of default. I mean, the definition doesn't seem to help much. I don't understand what a securities is, I'll be honest with you. I like to know what I'm talking about, and if I don't know, look it up and then know. But even after looking it up, I don't really understand what the difference is. Like, why are these coins not securities? They are obviously tradable. Or are they, I guess they're not tradable? Yes, that's what people do. They're day traders. They trade crypto, so they're tradable. Do they have monetary value? Yes, they have monetary value. So how are they not securities? I have no idea, unless you have a different definition. Did you hear this about this Antarctica creature? I had kind of heard about Organism 46B before. I didn't know the whole story behind it. Mo was telling me about it, and I did a little research on it, and yeah, it's kind of wild. Where is Mo? I don't know. Only Mo knows. Dan K says, I think they should close that hole up quick. Yeah, really. Like, what's going on? So there are some skeptics who say that this is all made up. Of course, there's no real proof of it. Nobody knows where Organism 46B is now. And they say that whenever they drill those kind of holes there in Antarctica, that they don't drill holes big enough for people to climb through. However, this guy was pretty reputable, pretty well known in the industry. Doesn't seem like somebody who would lie. But also, and most importantly, there's some crazy stuff in the oceans, bro. So I want to show you this video that happened a few years ago. Not actually a few years, like 10 years ago. We found out exactly when it happened. 2013, so like 12 years ago. This video came out off the coast of East Africa in the Indian Ocean. 3,700 feet deep. All right, so it's this oil. It's a remotely operated vehicle close to an oil drill wellhead. And of course, if you're looking at it right now, you're probably thinking the same thing I was when I was watching. This is like some piece of weird trash or some toy that somebody left in the ocean that's just floating around. However, I'll let you know, spoiler alert, it's going to start swimming around. You're going to see that it's an actual creature. So the fact that this thing right now travels and looks like this when it travels is kind of odd. You're going to see exactly what it is or what it looks like. And the fact that this is 12 years old and still nobody can identify this creature, nobody knows what it is, what it was, how it exists. Again, this is in the Indian Ocean, 3,700 feet deep. And here in a second, it gets like caught up in the tailwind of that remotely operated vehicle, and you'll see it go flying off here in a second. It actually gets like ripped in half. I think it got killed. I don't know. If you look up at it, you'll see right here. I don't know. So like I said, there's some weird stuff under the ocean. I don't know if that's like a UFO or some creature we've never identified before. But like I said, that video's been around for a while. I've actually saw it like a few years ago. I saw it in some compilation. But while doing research on it, I found all the information about it. Like it's 100% real, but nobody knows what it is. And that kind of goes along with the idea that maybe there is an Organism 46b in Antarctica, down in the ocean, underneath the ice. My kids were playing Let's Find Waldo. Where's Waldo? What do y'all call it? Let's Find Waldo? It's called Where's Waldo? I don't know y'all aren't calling it Let's Find Waldo, bro. And you got to teach your kids the names of games. You're going to be calling stuff like Monopoly some wrong name. Let's Find Waldo. They're going to go to their friend's house, and their friend's going to pull out a Waldo book, and they're going to be like, Let's Find Waldo. And their whole friend's family is going to be like, it's called Where's Waldo? Okay, sorry. Let's Find Waldo. Oh, I mean Whitey during the halftime show. Why are these sporting events trying to divide us? Stop with showing these biased messages down our throats. So the fact that there wasn't any white people on the field was a biased message to you. I mean, I thought you were against DEI. It was my man performing up there with all his dancers and stuff. And if you had to have some white people on there, you'd have some people who couldn't keep up with the dance moves. And since we're not doing DEI anymore, the white people didn't make the team, bro. They did. It's merit based. They ain't got the moves. They ain't got the rhythm. It ain't my fault. Guess I'll say all eyes on February 21st. What's happened February 21st? Looks like Darth Vader underwater. I don't know. I don't know what that thing was. It kind of scares me though. I guess we're doing the whole show without a Mo. I don't know. It is Where's Waldo. Yes. Don't lead your kids going the wrong way. Teaching them the wrong things. I was trying to think of another example of calling some board game the wrong thing, but they're all one-word games like Sorry and Life and Monopoly. I can't think of anything like Where's Waldo, but at least call it by its real name. All right, I guess we're moving on to sports. Yeah, the transition did not work the way it was supposed to that time. It was a little laggy. Sorry about that. It's catching up. I ain't done this in a while. All right, as you all probably know, and as I've already been seeing a little bit of chatter about in the chat, the Super Bowl was, 2 days ago? Sunday night. The score is almost a little bit misleading because the Chiefs got their butts kicked. They got stomped out. I don't know exactly what happened. Patrick Mahomes didn't eat his Wheaties on Sunday in the morning. He forgot to eat a bowl. I don't know, but the Eagles destroyed them. And it wasn't even Saquon Barkley. He didn't have the greatest game of all. It was more Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts got the MVP trophy from the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm surprised we don't have Tucson in the chat. He's a big Eagles fan, so he must be still celebrating or hungover from the celebration. What's up, Rob T? Good to see you, my man. I don't know. I guess I'm running this by myself tonight until Mo shows up. I don't know where Mo's at. I think I'm doing it at the right time. What if I start like an hour early and Mo shows up and like, why are you live? There was an hour change. I don't think there was a change in the time. And then, of course, there was the Super Bowl halftime show. And for some reason, bro, I really don't understand why the people on the right are so upset about the halftime show. I mean, you got to keep in mind the NFL players are 80% black, so it doesn't seem like an off thing to have one of the most popular rap artists perform the halftime show. I think last halftime show was Usher. I want to say Usher last year. Am I not mistaken? And then Alicia Keys popped up. And the year before that, wasn't it like some Garth Brooks crap? I don't know. Personally, me, I don't want to listen to country music. So if it's anything except for country, the righties are probably going to be upset. I don't even know why everything like the halftime show of the Super Bowl is a political issue now. It's just... Brune says, have to admit, Eagles played well. Yes. Why are Philly fans so angry after the win? Philly fans are like the worst fans. Everybody knows that. They've always been the worst fans of every sport, every genre, every game you've ever been in. Philadelphia, Cleveland's pretty bad too, but Philly, they're known for having really bad fans. Have you heard the I don't know if anybody is here listens to a lot of comedy, but the Bill Burr what's it called? He was getting booed by the people at Philadelphia. They're actually booing all the comics that show, and he went out there and just went off on them and just started making fun of all their sports teams and stuff, to the point where they were cheering that for him at the end of the show. It's really good. You should look it out. It's just look up Bill Burr versus Philly sports fans one time. It's hilarious. You really think the halftime show was fun and entertaining? Yeah, well, for a halftime show, it's not something that I was like super excited about or anything, but there's not any halftime show that I can think of that I'd be super excited about. Maybe Bad Baby, Catch Me Now, how about that? Catch Me Outside, how about that? No, I can't think of anything I would be super excited about, but I definitely would rather watch that than any country music ever, except for maybe Beyonce, but I would put it on mute. You don't like the Creed halftime show? I mean, I used to listen to a little bit of Creed. Get in the shower, I could sing a little Creed. Get drunk enough, do a little karaoke with Creed. I don't like play it in my car where people can hear it and look over and see me listening to it. Then I'll be embarrassed. I don't understand half the words. Most were bleeped. Okay. I don't understand half the country words and the country songs about my truck, my pickup truck, and all I understand is Ford, and my wife left me, so I punched her. I think I'm getting too old. I didn't even understand half of it. Yeah, well, I think he raps fast. I don't know. I wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention to it. I do like that song, Not Like Us. Best halftime shows, Prince and Michael Jackson. I think Prince, wasn't that recently? Not too long ago? I think I remember the Prince one. Mo got too hyped over the halftime show. He was seen yelling mustard. Mo, I would hope not. You might be right, though. I had Philly O, KC 1 as my Super Bowl square number, and KC goes for the 2-point conversion at the end. Ooh, lost $200. That's rough. Brony doesn't like country music. Well, that's one thing we can agree upon, at least. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was a big deal that it was one of the leading artists in the country right now was doing the halftime show. I mean, does it... Like, what do you want? Does it have to be a white dude? If it was a white dude rapping, like, they like Jelly Roll. Isn't Jelly Roll, like, some fat white guy that raps? But he's kind of country, too. But they like that. So if it was a white rapper, everybody would have been happy about it. Am I wrong? Is that not the difference? Because I don't get it. If you lost a dog vote, then you understand a country song. That's true. That's why I have cats. I don't want to be in my own country music song. And then in the NBA... I'm sure everybody's heard by now. Well, I want to know what y'all think about it. The huge trade. They're saying the biggest trade in the history of sports ever. They traded your boy Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. Luka now playing on the Lakers. He played last night for the first time for the Lakers, I believe. I have not had time to look at the stat line. I don't know how he did. I saw a couple pictures of him on the court in his Lakers uniform. I know the Vape Squad, what are they called? The LA Vape Squad or something, the meme coin guys, they were all in the front row. I saw some pictures of them at the game, but I haven't seen his stat lines. But it's just wild that they pulled this trade off, and the Mavericks owner was talking a lot of trash about Luka Doncic, saying he was didn't say he was fat. He said it was something about his conditioning wasn't up to par, and that he didn't act like winning mattered enough to him. So they went and got AD. AD's been playing good since he got there. But he only played one game, and I think in the third quarter he went down with some kind of stomach cramp. And now he's questionable about playing again. He might not, I mean, maybe the Lakers made the right move. Maybe he's injured, and they didn't even know it. They got Luka for free. Madonna halftime show, yes. I remember those. Those were good. What about Drake being a... I mean, he's looking for a chord, and it's probably A minor... Dog left me, window wiper broke, front porch light on, my truck broke down. Yeah, I know all the words. I'm just saying. 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists in 24 minutes. So not amazing stats, but it's now Luka and LeBron. A lot of people think Luka and LeBron could win it all this year. I don't know. A lot of people think the Mavericks now, if AD is playing, because he's had a really good season already. With AD over there with the Mavs, and they got Kyrie. I don't know. they might be pretty good. Out for a month. He didn't even get hit. How is he injured? It looks like he had appendicitis or something. There were a couple other trades too. If you guys remember 2 weeks ago, if you were watching, we were live, I brought up your boy Jimmy Butler and said that he was probably getting traded because he was going back and forth with the ownership of his team, and he did get traded to the Warriors. He's playing with Steph Curry now. And then one of my favorite trades, which I didn't make a graphic for it though, was Wembanyama over there with the Spurs. Got a new guard, one of the best guards in the league, De'Aaron Fox, got traded from the Kings to the Spurs. I don't think they're good enough yet to make it anywhere in the playoffs, but Wembanyama's got a whole lot of potential. That's the dude that's like 7'4", 7'3" from France. He's been playing out of this world. He's crazy. I think in a few years he's going to be winning championships, especially with De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, no Mo. I don't know. Still no Mo. Not sure why. But all right, we're getting into politics. Mo's going to have no rebuttal, so Bruin88, I hope you're ready. You're going to have to speak for Mo on this. Let me get a little coffee ready. There's a million different things we can talk. It's been 2 weeks of a Trump administration. A million things have happened. All right, y'all. Follow along on this and let me know what you think. Am I crazy? Are they crazy? Who's the crazy people here? Because one thing I think I put in the title of the description is that we're going to be talking about USAID, which is the, what do they call it? And it's not really a program, but it's like a department of the government that does a lot of foreign aid to a lot of different countries. And Elon Musk and his group of 16-year-old hackers, maybe they're 18, I don't know, said that they found all this fraud, although nobody seems to be able to tell us exactly what the fraud is. They're all saying about things that they don't like. They call everything woke. I have to go. Good. That's right. I don't like having people disagree with me. I want everybody in the chat to agree with me. Nothing but liberals here. Mo didn't know today. Apparently he didn't. I don't know about Mo. All right, so one of the big things that they brought up, and I think this guy was one of the first ones to talk about it, was how Politico was receiving a whole bunch of funds from USAID. Politico is, they're saying it's like a left-wing website, a place that puts out a lot of news. It seems more right-wing to me. I don't even think it's left-wing, but a lot of people are commenting on it. Elon Musk, even President Donald Trump, said it could be the biggest scandal of all times, perhaps the biggest in history. And he's not the only one. Everybody else saying this is the hugest scandal in the world, that USAID, a federal organization, is paying off this political news organization billions of dollars. And they still say that it's true, and the whole thing is true. But of course, like everything that's coming out of the Trump administration right now, it's completely just not true at all. It took 5 minutes of research to find out what they're talking about. It's Politico Pro that they're talking about. They're not talking about Politico, the news website. It's Politico Pro, which is associated with Politico, but it's its own business. In fact, it's so popular that it was sold to a buyer for $1 billion. That's how this is a for-profit business here. The subscriptions cost sometimes more than $10,000. CEOs, lobbyists pay for them, also as well as a lot of government workers, including a lot of congressmen. So this is the thing that they're saying is the hugest scandal in the world. USAID is full of all this fraud. Politico put out their own statement talking about how the money that they're getting is not funding. It's a transaction. Just as the government buys research equipment, software, and industry reports, some online voices are deliberately spreading false. It's not even online voices. It's crazy that they have to call it online voices. It's the President of the United States of America. Is that an online voice? It's pretty freaking wild. In fact, 38 Republicans in the House spent over $300,000 on their own Politico subscriptions, and every one of those Republicans are right now saying that USAID is full of fraud because they pay Politico. It's the biggest scandal in the history of the United States of America. Lauren Boebert, one of the smartest congressmen that we have on Capitol Hill, talks about how Politico is trying to attack Elon Musk because Elon Musk is also saying that it's a big scandal. No one trusts the media ball, but the fact is, Lauren Boebert, she even plays for Politico Pro. It's part of the thing that her office spends money on. In fact, if you look at the records, it shows how much she's paid for it. $7,000 in one period, $6,000 in another period. So she spent like over $10,000 on Politico Pro herself. So this is like a for-profit thing that it's not government funding unless she's the one that's providing government funds. It's craziness. They talked about the condoms thing. Did y'all hear about that? Apparently, here, let me see if this is the one I should do first. Yeah, they were talking about how American taxpayers are paying $50 million worth of condoms for people in Gaza. $50 million worth of condoms. And that's even the press secretary talking about how that's a real and true fact. But of course, it's not a true fact, because if you could do math, you would know that $50 million would buy 1 billion condoms. And then it gets really bad, because you do a little bit of research and you find out that they're not even talking about Gaza and Palestine. They're talking about in Gaza. It's a whole different place in Mozambique. And it's talking about the AIDS Foundation. There's no mention of condoms at all. Everything coming out right now is just like completely, not only is it misinformation, but they're able to control the narrative using Twitter, and now probably Facebook too, because what's his name? Zuckerberg's kind of part of the cabal now. Big Balls. I know who Big Balls is. That's that guy. They had a Big Balls coin. It did really well too. Mo is hanging with Chelsea Clinton. And there's another lie. The $84 million to the Clinton Foundation. That's one I was actually going to make a graphic out of too. But of course, it's not $84 million to Chelsea Clinton. The Clinton Foundation has lots of charitable organizations that they use, and they get funding for it. Mo was abducted by aliens because he talks about them a lot. I mean, maybe they didn't want him talking about it today. Maybe it was Organism 46B, because he's the one that told me about it. And I have no doubt that Organism 46B has access to Discord DMs, so it probably knows that Mo's talking trash, putting the word out about it. I gotta check on Mo. Now I'm worried. USAID with our... See, that's what Bruin88... Thank you for being the person here who doesn't get it, bro. What? Okay, what? Show me what is bad about USAID. Please explain to me. Well, first of all, where the fraud is, because they keep saying there's all this fraud in USAID. I haven't seen zero fraud whatsoever. It's just stuff that you don't like. It's woke. Now they're getting rid of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which, if you don't know, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau saves like tons, billions and billions of dollars. And when they get that money, it's for places where banks are overcharging people for late fees, things like that. They get that money back and they give it back to the person who got charged with it. It doesn't go back to the government or anything. They're actually putting money back into the people's pockets. I think it's cost $1 billion so far for that branch to run, and it's brought in $18 billion that it's given back to people who were conned by banks and other types of scams. And now they're getting rid of it because they want to scam you. They want scamming to be okay. Bitcoin, I know. I don't understand what's going on with the crypto. We're going to talk about that here in a couple minutes as well. But it seems like all we get is good news, except for when you look at the charts. We got Alejandro in the building. What's up, Alejandro? Good to see you, my man. I don't know where Mo's at today. They were getting money they should not have gotten that can go to my kids' school or the roads. Forget your political subscriptions. They're selling political subscriptions. They're offering a service that they're willing to pay that money for. If you even look at those records from Lauren Boebert's office, you can see how they're raising the price because it's in so much demand. How are they getting money? How would your kids' school or roads get that money that these government offices are paying to get a hold of their data? Your kid's school doesn't have the data that they want to purchase. They're paying for a service here. They're paying for tangible assets. You want Politico Pro? Pay for it yourself. What part of this do people not understand? You want Politico Pro? Pay for it yourself. That's what the people are doing. They're paying for it themselves. The government is not paying for it. That's the point. CEOs are paying for it. Government offices are paying for it with part of their budget, because it's like if they're going and buying office supplies, or they're going and buying software that's going to help their campaign. They're getting voter software, voter information. That's the same thing that Politico Pro is. It makes no sense. Buy your own condoms. I just explained how it has nothing to do with condoms, and it's not even in Gaza. Whereas we be getting the transgender comic book that you probably want. I'm looking for that secret rare, yeah. USAID gave money to Vivi. I doubt, well, maybe. transgender comic book for Brazil for $35K. I mean, they probably, okay, so this is part of their soft power that they do around the world. That's why we're the world leaders. We've been doing it for a long time, so that whenever we decide that we want to do some type of military action in Brazil, we can claim that it's because we're trying to free their transgenders. We tried to help with the comic book, and maybe we went over there and we said, we got $35K we're going to allocate to you all to help some type of gender equality or understanding. And then Brazil says, all right, we're going to take it and we're going to make a comic book out of it. It's not like it was probably even America's idea or USAID's idea. They're just allocating money for particular topics. Political Pro is not worth millions, and you know that. They were literally sold for $1 billion, sir. Look at the very last sentence. It is very valuable, which is why Politico was bought. It was already bought for $1 billion. There's not even any. It's no type of speculation. It's over. They were purchased. They paid $1 billion, and you say it's not worth millions. Well, tell that to the person who paid $1 billion so they can make a profit. Oh my God. What are you talking about, bro? Political Pro is a real service. It's different than the newspaper, man. What part of that don't you understand? $1.5 million to advance diversity, equity, and inclusion in Serbia's workplaces and business communities. $70,000 for production of DEI musical in Ireland. $2.5 million for electric vehicles for some other place. Yeah, and what's wrong with that? So first of all, there's obviously no fraud there. Just because you don't like something, that don't make it fraud. But on the other, I mean, what's wrong with them promoting DEI? They're doing soft power. The point is that they're putting money into these countries so that when these countries have to decide whose side they're on, they're probably going to be on the side of the country that's been helping them out all this time. And that's a problem for us because right now, China's going around the world, especially in Africa, and building roads for free to exert soft power. That's exactly why they're doing it. And now we're getting rid of our soft power just as they're cranking up their soft power. That's not good for us in the overall scheme of things. If I understand Brandalized correctly, they steal Banksy's stuff because they know he doesn't want to expose himself as his identity in court to sue them. Why would VV want to align with a company that steals? I mean, they're not the only company aligning with Brandalized. Like I said, I think they dropped some stuff with The Gap, which is a huge company. So, I mean, I can see the point of it. It's supposed to be art. And the prices on the first drop did really well. So I guess some people value it. But yeah, I don't like that whole idea behind it. No, it's government money they're using. I mean, in a way, technically it is because it's part of the budget of that office. But what that money from their office budget that they're used for their software would never go to your kid's school or any other place. It's the budget that they use for their office. That's their office budget. I mean, the only other thing they would use it on are like pens and pencils and computers. What do you think? What money do you think this is? What fund do you think that money comes from that they're buying Political Pro, the software? Yo, am I the only one who doesn't get this? Which school you went? What does this mean? $1 million for electric vehicles for Vietnam, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia. Yeah, I mean, just because you don't like it doesn't make it fraud. But yeah, so they decided they wanted to do that. $47,000 for electric vehicles. That's enough to buy like 2 electric vehicles. That don't even make sense. So I don't believe that. And like I've shown already, all the stuff that you're going to hear about, stuff like this, you're going to go in and you're going to look up the actual explanation behind it. And you're going to say, oh, that does make sense. Just like the Politico stuff, just like the condoms. They also pay for Bloomberg and Forbes and Washington Post subs. Yeah, so are those places also receiving government money according to your logic, News Now Marijuana? $2 million for sex changes and LGBT activism in Guatemala. Show me the link, bro. Look, watch. As soon as you look it up, you're going to find out that it's not what they say it is, just like everything else I've shown so far. You do need soft power because, I mean, they want to get rid of soft power so that all that's left is hard power, which gives them a reason to attack because hard power is military force. Just like they're doing in Gaza now, apparently. The government doesn't need it. You are so triggered that people don't want their money going toward these things. At least Woody understands. Like, I can't even explain it to you anymore, bro. Are you serious? Is the Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg and Forbes, are they stealing your money too? It doesn't make sense, bro. Doesn't make sense. Two trillion for ultra rich tax cuts. Yeah, but that's what we're gonna talk about next too. They're gonna tell you that this is the reason, and they've already said it. Especially if you watch Joe Rogan. I was watching Joe Rogan the other day because I like to watch people from both sides, and he's very far right in my opinion. And he was talking about how now we know why we're in debt. Now we know why the deficits are so bad. That's such bullcrap. This is like $10 million. And you're talking about billions and billions of dollars in tax cuts that go to the ultra rich. If you just look at Tesla alone, and you don't even talk about the money that they get from government subsidies, you can see how much they paid in federal income tax last year, and the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. While getting $6.7 billion of profit, they paid $0 in tax. And now they're in charge of all the regulations. You're the only one who sees it that way. The rest of America voted to out the BS spending. I'm trying to explain it to you, and that's the problem. That's why America voted this way, because they're dumb. I've already explained that 100 times, and I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings, but that just means you're dumb. If I just explained it, if you don't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, I don't know what to tell you. You do understand that Politico Pro is software that provides a service that they're paying with their office budget. So to pretend like that's coming out of some sort of government funding don't even make sense. What's up, Mr. James? Good to see you, my man. Yeah, we wasn't live last week. Mo had a show to do. But today, this week, he was definitely going to be here. He even sent me, not only did he send me the information about Organism 46B, he also sent me the information about the Web3 game we're going to talk about today. It looks like he might have just signed on, actually, so he might pop in here any minute now. Oh, no, we almost got through the politics, too. I know deep down you didn't like that halftime show. What? I like Prince better, I'll admit that, yeah. But I like I said, I like that halftime show better than any rock and roll, any country music, or any heavy metal. So, I mean, at least it's in my favorite genre. Rogan, yeah, he's maybe not far right, but right. No problem, Mo. I don't know if Mo's watching right now. He just popped in. He said he dozed off, so he's going to be popping in there in a second. I think. Maybe not. Bitcoin needs to go high for life. It will. We're going to talk about that. Everyone is dumb but you? I mean, no. But did I not just explain it to you? See, Spill gets it. Woody gets it. It's not just me. $20 billion to subsidize oil companies. And then you're talking about, look, $20 billion to subsidize oil companies, which are already getting world record profits. But at the same time, you're going to say this $10 million for this gay opera is causing our debt? Not the $20 billion. It's because Republicans are bad at math. And that's like the thing I've been saying for the longest time. Republicans are bad at math. Here, hold on. Let me type to Mo. Join anytime. He's like, are you there? I'm like, I'm live, bro. 20 billion to subs. Yeah, exactly. What do you understand? C-Spill understands. Put your MAGA hat back on. Look. I haven't burnt it yet. It's here. Maybe I'll put it on my shoulder. So if I start to have some right-wing thoughts, I can look at it and be like, maybe it'll whisper something in my ear. America voted for a different way of governing. Yeah, it's called oligarchy. And you're going to regret it. I promise you. You don't like it, get over it. Whatever, bro. You need to awake all. I mean, okay, y'all are saying all this, but can you explain to me how Politico is being funded by millions and billions of dollars from the government, and it's not Politico Pro, the software that they sell as a business? Like, do you think that Politico is being swayed in some way by this money that they're receiving for this service that they're providing, that they paid $1 billion to own so that they can make a profit? All right, well, explain this one to me. So Donald Trump has signed a new executive order, which has given refugee status to white South Africans, but only white South Africans. If you haven't heard about what's going on in South Africa right now, of course, that's a country where a small amount of white people were able to oppress a large amount of black people, and for a long time, they lived in an apartheid state. However, at some point, the apartheid state ended. I think that's the Nelson Mandela stage. I don't know for sure. I'm not a South African history buff. However, what I do know is that now I think the government is mostly black right now, and they've decided through their constitution, which says that they have to have some type of reprimand, some type of, what's it called? Whenever you, reparations. They're trying to get some type of reparations for the apartheid state that they had to live in, and part of those reparations is land. So through their constitution, they're taking land away from people who happen to be white because the white people own all the land. And white people are very upset about this in South Africa, and they're starting to revolt because they don't want their land taken away. And now Donald Trump says, if you're from South Africa, you can come here and be a refugee in America. Although he's been talking about how he doesn't want immigrants or refugees at all in America. However, if they're white, I mean, how is that? Can I get an explanation? News Now, Marijuana Brewing 88, somebody? How is that right? How is that cool? How are you okay with that? How is that not obvious? What do you think about the final of the Super Bowl? I'm a Chiefs fan. I've been a Chiefs fan for life for a long, long, long time. I'm not a huge Mahomes fan, though. I did watch the game. I wanted the Chiefs to win. I wasn't very invested in it, honestly, so I wasn't too upset that the Eagles won. But you could tell from the beginning they was going to win, that they were getting their butts kicked. Chiefs were getting their butts kicked. Overvaluing a product and having buddies in the government buy it to make money. If that was the truth, then they wouldn't have been able to sell the entire company for $1 billion in the first place. It's not like some fake buyer came in and bought the company for $1 billion. Somebody paid $1 billion for that company producing that software because the software was so popular that it was able to charge a lot of money for its service, and lots of people use it. Political persecution. So why is it just the whites? Okay, so if you're white and you're politically persecuted, no, just being politically persecuted is okay. So I guess the people in Haiti, there's people in Haiti that are definitely being politically persecuted right now. Are they allowed to come to America? I'm guessing not. What's the difference between those two? That's the part I don't understand. Maybe you can explain it to me. I think we might be graced with the presence of Mo any minute now.
Hello.
Hello, Mo. What's up, my man?
My lord, dude. I set an alarm for 4:30. I slept right through that shit. My bad, dude. Wow.
Oh, no problem. I was able to get all my points off without anybody disagreeing with me. It was kind of nice, except for the chat, of course.
Damn, it must have felt good.
Except for the chat. There was plenty of disagreements in the chat, especially from News Now and Brewing 88. What's up, Mo? How you doing tonight?
All right, man. Fucking schedule's all messed up, dude. Oh, it's so bad.
That's all good, bro. We talked about Organism 46B. Nobody knew what it was. The video on that thing was pretty freaking wild.
That's crazy, right? The way it like takes things apart and like it's things like it's actual smart, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, the whole story behind it was pretty crazy. I wish they had some type of evidence or something, or they could find an Organism 46B. There's other people who've made sightings about it, which I didn't mention, even after the story came out. So that was pretty crazy. We talked about the Super Bowl. People are still talking about the Super Bowl halftime show, Mo. I can't see it yet, by the way. But what do you think about the Super Bowl halftime show?
So, I don't know. I've had some conversations about it. Apparently, I'm a horrible person. I'm a racist. I'm all these things. I didn't get it. I'm a musician. I didn't hear any music. I heard like an old sample from like the 80s and 90s. It was just him spitting. I heard a little smile about Drake. Like he took a shot about Drake about being a freaking child pervert or something.
Yep.
But outside of that, I don't know. Apparently, it was like some whole meaning. There was, the Samuel L. Jackson was kind of funny though. I'll give him that.
I mean, there's no Super Bowl halftime shows that I'm like really deep into, so I mean, this wasn't no different from that. It seemed fine to me. I mean, the last one I really liked though, I forgot all about it though, was the Justin Timberlake one. If you don't remember, the wardrobe malfunction. That's probably gonna be my favorite of all time. So this one wasn't quite up to that standard, but I thought it was decent. It was okay. And then there was the big trade. What'd you think about that big trade that happened? Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis.
That's crazy. And didn't Jimmy Butler get traded too?
Jimmy Butler to the Warriors, and also De'Aaron Fox went to the Spurs to play with Wemby.
Oh, that's right. Fox got traded too.
Yeah.
I mean, the NBA has always kind of had the trading carousel more than the NFL did early on, but the NFL is just as bad now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Luka, from what I understand, I'm not a big NBA guy, you know this, but they didn't think he could play defense. So they felt like they got smoked in the finals, right? Because of the lack of defense.
Yep.
I guess they thought bringing in Davis could seal the deal. I mean, makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, it does make sense. That's why I think the Mavericks have a better chance of winning it than the Lakers. But, of course, big Lakers fans like my kid would say otherwise. They think the Lakers are going to win it all this year. I think the Lakers really need a center. And they got that Jackson Hayes dude, which I like him. He's super young. But they tried to get this other guy. I think his name is Mark Williams or something. They were trading Connect for him. And then something happened during the physical. And they had to reverse the trade. And now everybody's upset about it, and I think the Charlotte Hornets are like suing the Lakers, or they're taking it to court now. So it's kind of crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was the other center they were going to get. So really, they're stuck with just one center, and he's really, really young. Yeah.
Now, when you're a kid, he's like, "Oh, I'm Lakers, Lakers." Is it like us with Jordan growing up, or is like, I'm only liking it because it's Jordan, not because of the defense, not because they run a certain type of offense, right? Like, only because of LeBron.
It's just LeBron. He loves LeBron.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that, really. I mean, like I said, I was always in awe of Jordan growing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. And so I know it's kind of like a generational thing. If you were watching sports a lot before Jordan, you're watching basketball a lot, then Oscar Robertson might be your go, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So it's just it's a generational thing. Shout out to
sing it with me, chat. I wanna be like Mike. I won't be like Mike.
Are you I think you're like John Cena today because I can't see you.
Oh shit, that's right.
188 says I didn't have a dog in the fight Sunday night. Kind of wanted the underdog to win, so it was okay. That said, I didn't want to see a blowout. It was kind of not as exciting with it being a blowout. I like those ones that come down to the end. I think it was the Giants. That wasn't too long ago where it was just within 1 yard of them winning the game or tying it or something. That's what I would like to see in the Super Bowl.
I mean, the Giants-Patriots games were good.
Yeah.
If you go all the way back, remember was it Kevin Dyson, the Titans versus the Rams Super Bowl. Remember that one? It was back in 90. Is it 99? 98? Where he comes back, he grabs at the 1 yard line, he goes to reach over, and the Rams just drag him down.
Yeah, I think that's the one where it came to 1 yard. That's the one I was thinking of. Yep.
That's still, in my mind, one of like the closest games I think I've ever seen. The Super Bowl. Then you had the interception, final minute with the Patriots and the Seahawks, right?
Yep.
At the 1 yard line or 2 yard line. So.
Yep, there were some good ones. I like the snow ones too. Whenever it happens in the snow. Shout out to Florida State Makeover in the house. Says Luka is the best player in the league. I don't know. That seems like cap to me. He says other than Tatum. That seems like cap also. Best player in the league. I'm going with. Going with Wemby. Going with Wemby. Shout out to Richard.Papa over there on Twitter. Good to see you, my man. Alejandro says Super Bowl.
How's my homeboy been doing?
Who's your homeboy?
Banchero? Paolo Banchero?
Paolo Banchero?
That's the guy?
Yeah, he's good, but his team's trash.
He's still on the Magic?
Yep. I don't know who else they got. He's like the best player on the team, but the rest of the team's not that good.
I watched him play when he first came out. He's the only guy I've seen really since Jordan that has that stroke. The way he just kind of strokes the ball, it's a really nice shot. But it sucks he plays for the Magic, huh?
Yeah, he's got that LeBron body because he's big, but he's a guard, a big guard, kind of like LeBron. So that's always plays as an advantage in basketball. Alejandro says the halftime show was okay. Not a fan of Kendrick Lamar. I think they could have picked someone else to do it. Like who? Drake? No.
I just wanted to have an entertaining show. You know what I mean? When they brought they did the whole West Coast thing, right? Where they had Dre, Snoop, Eminem, right? It was just a performance. And I'm not saying it was because of who was on there. I'm just saying because it felt more like a performance. When The Weeknd was on there, right? Was he on there a few years ago?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
When he did the whole mirrors thing, walking through the thing where he couldn't find his way out.
I think I do remember that. Yeah,
it was kind of cool.
And last year, I think when Usher did it, he was on some roller skates for a while, and then he had Alicia Keys pop up with a piano. I didn't watch the show. I heard they had.
Right.
Yeah, they had
that was good too.
They had a flag jacket on or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that was good too. I don't know. I just like performances. I like music.
Yeah.
I don't think whatever any of these guys are doing is actual fucking music.
I don't know about
You know.
that. I didn't like any of the songs except for Not Like Us. I do kind of like that song. The video
We do
goes on.
realize that they didn't write that music. When I hear music, you
Oh, it's all
start
about
to
sampling.
dance.
Yeah. Well, of course.
You know,
not.
it's just all samples, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's. I'm not gonna call these guys musicians, and he sits up there and grabs his crotch and. What's up with these pants you've been wearing? Is that like a new style for these dudes or what?
I didn't pay attention to them.
They're like tight ass skinny jean, but then they got the flare belt bottoms at the bottom
in
now.
style for a while.
Oh, dude, that's horrendous looking. Real men wear that shit, huh?
I mean, he's a popular rapper, a rich rapper, so I feel
That's
like he has his
crazy.
finger on the pulse of style a little more than I do out here in Indiana, so I can't say much. Rob T says the Lakers are about to sign a 7-footer named Alex Len. I think I've heard of him. He was intending to sign with the Pacers. We should have got him. Pacers have been struggling this year. Alejandro says, I don't blame the new generation for feeling the way about LeBron. Yeah, of course, it's their GOAT. Kind of like how we felt about the generation before us. We didn't watch them play. Yep, and I try to explain to him about how much better Jordan is than LeBron, but he don't get it, no matter what I tell him. No matter what stats I give him. Nothing will best the Pats comeback on Atlanta. Still can't believe it.
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah, they were down by a lot.
I was sitting there. I forgot what I was doing at the time. Probably playing a game or whatever. But it was like, there's no way, right? A whole bunch of people watching upstairs. Like, there's no way. No, this game's over. People are leaving. Next thing you know, you hear people scrambling back, watching the game, turning it back on. That shit was funny as hell, dude.
And like Denny LC talked about, people kind of expected that from the Chiefs from yesterday. I felt like if the NFL was scripted, that's exactly what would happen, but it didn't happen. So it made me feel like maybe the NFL is not as scripted as I thought. But maybe it's just scripted all the way up to the Super Bowl. As long as they got the teams they want in the Super Bowl, they don't have to do anything else from there. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a
Zig and
conspiracy
zag.
theorist. Alejandro says Bonchero is my guy too, but Franz Wagner has been putting up bigger. I do like Wagner.
Hans and Franz.
Franz
Here to
Wagner.
pump you up.
That's the dude.
Hi, Hans.
I watched Patrick's head get bounced off the ground in the first quarter. I think he had a concussion. What game was that? Patrick.
No, you talked about when Mahomes got sacked early on, right? Yeah, it was like his neck just kind of bounced back and he hit the turf a little bit.
Oh, so he's saying maybe he had a concussion the rest of the game, or that might have rattled him the rest of the game? That's a good point.
So I'm going to take you back real quick to a conversation I had going into week 1 of the NFL season, right? And my homeboy, we have hour-long conversations about the NFL every year. And we're talking, and he's like, man, the Eagles, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, they're going to start off slow. But they brought in Vic Fangio. They had a great offense, right? Then they brought in Saquon Barkley. And you bring in Vic Fangio, who in my mind is probably one of the best defensive minds in the league. I was like, man, they're going to start off a little slow, but they'll turn it around. I didn't expect to turn around like that. That team looked insane for the majority of the season. That's a good team right there. I give them credit.
It's a good thing you're a Jets fan and not a Giants fan, because the Giants fans cannot be happy with themselves after giving up Saquon Barkley, seeing what he turned into. C-Spill says,
Yeah.
I could see the way that game was going right after that A.J. Brown play. Yeah, it was amazing how well the defense was playing. Everyone cheering on I know, man, the Cooper DeJean stuff again. Like, why is everything so racial and political, bro? Everybody was so happy because a white guy scored a touchdown, and I saw so many.
They're shocked. In the NFL, it doesn't happen that often unless you're a quarterback throwing it. But
We gotta have a little DEI
listen.
too over here. I don't know. Shout out to Dr. Strange's in the chat. What's up, Doc? Good thing they turned it around. He was scrambling right. It was an angle tackle. He tucked the ball, but I watched the helmet bounce. Yeah, if the helmet bounces off the ground, there's a good idea that he might be rattled up, especially in the Super Bowl. He's already nervous or whatever. Mo, we talked a little bit about politics. I don't know if you wanted to chime in on anything that I was talking about. I went through a whole spiel about how the USAID fraud, all the fraud in USAID is all bullcrap. Everything that they're mentioning here, you can just look it up and see exactly what it is, and that it's not what they're saying that it is. And even if it was what they're saying what it is, it's not fraudulent. It's just something you don't like. So what do you think about the whole idea of Elon Musk cutting USAID spending to zero and shutting it down?
Do it all. Doesn't help us. Shut it all down. Audit it, reevaluate. They're not going to cut everything. They'll bring some stuff back. They've said it. But right now, nah. If they ain't helping us, get it out. That's it. No, again, I'm not saying everything he's doing is right. Never voted for all of it, but hey, you know what? That's what the people wanted. We'll see what happens. But
What
I
about
don't
the
know.
Consumer Financial Protection Board? We were talking about that a lot. They just announced recently that they're going to be cutting that one all the way out. The Consumer Financial Protection Board, which pretty much just goes at banks that are overcharging for late fees and overdraft fees, and it goes against scammers. And they had just passed a bill to make the maximum overdraft fee $5 from now on, and now that's not going to get passed, and they're going to be completely taken out of existence.
Well, once the banks move the blockchain, it'll all be irrelevant because there will be no fees. It'll all be transparent. You know what I mean? So that's why they're moving, right? That's why banks are going to AVAX and what other chain they're using. I know AVAX is one of them.
Oh, XRP?
Was it XRP? No.
Yeah, Florida State makeover. I was wondering, was the defensive line that good, or was the defensive coach just figured out the perfect game plan? Like he had been studying the Chiefs' offensive line the last 5-6 games. He watched them over and over and knew exactly what their blocking schemes were going to be, and he knew exactly how to counter them. But if it was that, then you would think they would make some type of adjustment at halftime. But by then, it was probably too late. Dallas Mavericks GM is to be fired immediately. Crazy how AD got hurt in his first game. That is crazy. Yeah, people are
Did
not...
he really?
Yeah, he didn't even get hit or anything.
Shit.
He went down with he was holding his stomach. It looked like he was on his period or something. He had some cramps, but apparently he's out for a month. And I saw a chant because the Mavericks fans. My favorite new thing to watch now too on YouTube is Mavericks fans reacting to the Luka trade because they are so upset. People were crying and crying. I saw where they were all on the steps of the stadium a couple days ago holding up signs, and they had a chant. He's not fat, bring him back. That was their chant.
Oh my God.
He's not fat.
We're not going back. We're not going back.
Man, so hopefully they win a championship so the Mavericks fans will feel better about it. But they were all, loving Luka, of course, so they're not happy about this whole trade at all. Let's see. Brunetti says, I agree. Stop with the race stuff. Hubie Brown. Got to get back to
real quick though. How you gonna stop with the race stuff? But you got all these goddamn commercials. Like,
what commercials?
let's take a time out. Let's time out from hate. Like, stop. Just listen. You keep exposing this shit. You keep bringing it up. It's like people just gonna dwell on it. You know what I mean? Like that stupid commercial with Snoop and Brady. I hate you. I hate you. I hate the way. Like, bro, just stop. Just stop making these damn commercials. Like, make commercials. Put on some happy music. Put on some fucking dogs and some.
Why does that
balloons.
commercial make you mad?
It just doesn't make me mad. It's just they keep just wanting to bring it up. They keep wanting to put it in the center spotlight. And it's like, well, just stop making commercials about the hate, and the hate will just go away. You know what I mean? Like, we just can't keep putting it front and center and being like, oh, well, it's a talking point now, and people will stop talking about it. Like, no.
I don't think awareness would be a bad thing.
People are aware. Listen, if you grow up in this world as a normal human being, you grow up with awareness, critical thinking, the same way we did. But nowadays, it's like, man, if you're not being blasted this shit in your face 24/7, it's like someone's not doing their job right. You know, I don't like it.
Right.
That's my take. I'm gonna grab my coffee real quick. 'Cause I never grabbed it.
I'll
And
catch
we'll
up
move
with the
on to
chat.
what do you got?
I got some stuff to talk to news now about for sure. Same dude who said that Trinde Ragua wasn't in the apartments in Aurora. They were in the apartments. They were on that video, but they did not take over the apartment complex. The apartment complexes that apparently they took over, there was like 4 of them. They were all owned by the same landlord, and the landlord just hired a PR firm because he was going out of business, and this was the story that the PR firm came up with. Now you're saying they arrested him in Brooklyn? The ones from Aurora, Colorado were arrested in Brooklyn? That makes a whole lot of sense. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't believe you. Florida State said I like Katie Porter. Katie Porter's my favorite. She's not even in office anymore. She was a representative, and she went for to be a senator. She ran for senator, and she got screwed over by her own party. Adam Schiff, I think it was, who screwed her over. So she lost she lost her seat as a representative, and now she's not in office at all. And she was my favorite. The guard on the offensive line was out, so they had a problem there. Oh, yeah, that definitely wasn't good. Then bubble guts. What are we talking about bubble guts? Is that what happened to AD? My kids were counting all the beeps during the songs during the halftime show. See, I wasn't paying that much attention to it, honestly. I was at my father-in-law's house. My kid was playing with his cousins. We were like playing mobile games, so I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to it.
I was reading some weird shit about that halftime show. Like, you guys didn't get it. It was a message about blah blah blah. I'm like, really?
Yeah, I saw where they had like their backs turned to each other. Was it supposed to be like one side, the Republicans and the Democrats, and they had their backs to each other? I don't know. They tried to do
even
too much
some of
that
that.
stuff.
I mean, they were dressed up like as the flag or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
some of that I got it. I'm not a fucking retard. But like, I guess some of the stuff where like they were inside the box in the yard and they were like, maybe it was the way the cameras were showing it. Maybe it wasn't coming across right, but. I don't know. I was trying to read through some of the messages that these youngins were talking about. I'm like, I guess you got a point. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't watch it close enough. I'm not a huge fan. People that grew up in rural America don't have the same social awareness as people in suburbs and cities. That's true. We are normal. We are aware. Dude grew up in Detroit, 90% black. We all got along. You think Detroit is 90% black? I'm hoping you're exaggerating, sir. Ignoring it does not make it go away. Unfortunately, commercials like the Snoop one do nothing to change the ideology that's been here for hundreds of years. So ignoring it
give
doesn't
people
help.
more ammunition.
Well, ignoring it
they're on
doesn't help,
fucking
but not
Twitter.
ignoring it doesn't help either. So what are you supposed to do?
Again, just understand that these things exist. You don't need to glorify it. You don't need to villainize it, right? Like, just we know these things exist in the world, but again, you just
Well, you know and I know, but maybe some new person who is 14 years old and doesn't know because their parents never told them. How are they ever going to know?
again the world that we live in, when they just keep playing these damn things over and over again, and then they're in the school tomorrow, wherever the hell they go. I'll say Monday. They're in school. They're using it as again ammunition. It's used as like hate against other people. I don't know. It's never used in the right way. You know.
Yeah, it don't make much of a difference to me personally. He was on the run.
I'm just saying, when we grew up, we had I want to be like Mike commercials. You know what I mean? Like, we had beer commercials, we had fucking car commercials. Now it's like I actually kind of like when those did you Save Me Jesus commercials come on?
I don't watch TV very much, so I never see the
I was
commercials.
on the Super Bowl. I don't even mind those commercials. The Jesus saves us or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
those
it's
are
like-
actually pretty decent messages. But like, I don't know.
I
Some
saw
of them
people were
just-
upset about those. I like the
Yeah, of
Christian
course they are. 'Cause
people.
they don't like the religion. But-
News Now is talking about the guy in Aurora said he was on the run. If he took over an apartment building, how's he in New York? Why is he on the run? How's he collecting rent? I don't believe any of it. Oh well.
They knew they were coming down.
All right, let's move on to our next topic. We're going to be talking about some Web3 games. And good thing Mo is here. Oh, I guess it's already up there. We're going to be talking about Slime Miner. Slime Miner is a Web3 game. Mo, tell us about it. I've got a little bit of footage for it.
Yeah, it's a game I've been trying to look into a little bit more. I don't have much time for gaming, at least. But yeah, it's like an idle Web 2/Web 3. It's like an RPG type game. You basically just log in. It's got your little quests to do this, build that. But it's cool, man. It's like it's a fun little game to log into. Just like one of those idle games.
It's mobile, right?
Mobile, but you play on PC as well. You can log it on the browser. Yeah.
All right, so
That's the beauty of most of the game that's gaming that's coming out now.
what is? So you can play it on
Well,
both?
it's either done on like cloud gaming, like cloud computers, so you don't really have to have a machine to run it. You're looking at like you're looking at like the after fact of what you do. Like, oh, I want to go up, down, and it processes it on the cloud, and it just sends back like a mirrored image to you. You're not actually running the app,
Right.
which is cool. You don't really have to have good hardware, but I don't know. Some of these games, man, I just love firing up good graphics, like off the grid.
Yes, I'm a big fan of Off the Grid. So what blockchain is Slime Miner on?
It is on the Kaya. I don't know if that's a newer one, but it's like KAIA.
I've never heard of that.
Kaya. I've had it on my list for a while as the chain, but it's the first game I think I really was looking into on it.
Yeah, I think it says something about it on one of these screenshots I have. Florida State Makeover says, Puppy Monkey Baby. Puppy Monkey Baby. Are you giving me your seed phrase, bro? I need more. I need more words. Well, 80%, you got me. Detroit is 80%? I'm still thinking that's skeptical. Do I got to look it up? 80% black, Detroit. All right, we're going to look it up while you guys watch game footage. What percentage people in Detroit are black? Yeah, sure. The answer is no. It's not 80%, sir. 76.8. You're still overestimating.
Wow, you really gonna do him like that, huh?
It's more than I expected, I'll be honest. So what was your point about that, though? Florida State Makeover says, I would love to do this in an X space sometimes. What do you mean? Love to do what? I'm actually live on X right now. I don't know how to do the spaces thing. I know people do that sometimes. Fun under the sun's in the house. What's up, Fun? Good to see you, my man. Maybe Mo can go live in a space here. He can start a space during the stream. Not currently has said when he was growing up. Yeah, okay. Might have missed what we were talking about there. Alright, so that is slime. What's it called? Slime miner. If you want
Slime miner, which I know is a tough word to throw around these days. But it's miner, M-I-N-E-R.
a miner.
I'm not gonna lie, that actually got me to chuckle a little bit. I was
That's
like,
my favorite line
what
of the song.
I was like, wait a second, did he just? He did. I'm like, all right, you know what? I actually had to laugh about that one.
I see here where it says Kaya Chain is what it's powered by. So yeah, if you want to check out their Twitter, it is linked down in the description, along with a lot of other stuff from today's stream. Also, a link to that video that I showed with a little bit of gameplay footage is linked in the description as well.
It looks fun. And like I said, I'm gonna kind of start diving into it a little bit more. But I don't know, man. These meme coins, these rug pulls, I spray a rug like 2-3 times a day now.
Yeah, we're about to talk about that. What I mean
I
is
walk away,
sometimes
I blink, and it's fucking over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Florida State says he would like to contribute more, but typing is difficult because I have fat fingers. You need to figure out a way to get one of those keyboards that you download. There's apps you can download that will like make your keyboard really big. But all right, let's move on to our next topic. We're going to talk a little bit about crypto.
Real quick, you can also just talk and text like I do. And listen, if my Android can understand me 95% of the times,
True.
it'll definitely understand you guys.
Yeah. If you want your phone to understand you and your Mo, you got to switch it on to the New York accent. Get that to work.
I mean, not just New York. I got the stoned, mumbling idiot with half his teeth pulled out right now, like waiting for surgery. Like I'm all across the fucking spectrum. But
my favorite word you say.
My phone always understands me.
My favorite word you say is tournament.
Tournament.
We gotta have a tournament tonight. All right, y'all.
We gotta have a tournament.
This is
we're gonna have here with some coffee talk. We're gonna have a tournament. Me and Walt.
Yes,
it'll be a good time.
That's downtown New York right there. All right, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff going on in crypto right now, but the thing that Mo pointed out that he wanted me to talk about was the David Portnoy stuff. And what I didn't tell Mo was that I'm a David Portnoy stuff expert when it comes to his meme coin trading over the last few days. So if you haven't seen, Portnoy started buying up a couple of random coins, and he would post them on his Twitter, and he would even let people know, I'm going to buy this and I'm going to sell it. And he turned 10K into 75K in one day just doing that. So then the next day what he decided to do was to not create his own coin, but to buy this other coin that somebody had already created on Pump.Fun called Gel Stool, where it has a picture of him in gel. And it's kind of based off of some video he made where he's talking about his meme coin. He's like, is this legal? Am I going to go to jail? So I guess they made this coin and he thought it was funny. So he decided to buy a bunch of it. And a lot of other people bought a bunch of it, and it pumped all the way up to, I think, a $250 million market cap, maybe 225. Mo, I bought this at 3 million market cap, sir. 3 million, but I sold it at 6 million because I am a great crypto trader. Sold it at 6 million, watched it run all the way up. I think at 100 million, I was like, maybe I should buy some more. Bro, I could have made so much money off of this. But no, I've been paying a lot of attention to it. Like I said, it went up to 220 something million. He put out some stuff during the Super Bowl talking about how he's going to give away $100,000 worth of the coin to whoever can make the best commercial for it. And he bought some other coin, I think it was either today or yesterday maybe, and then he told people he's going to flip it and put the profits into Gel Stool. And he says that every time Gel Stool hits another $100 million market cap, that he'll put $100,000 of his own money into it. And he says that he promises he's not going to sell it till it hits $1 billion market cap. And I think right now it's at like 30 million. I bought back in at 60 million I think yesterday I bought a little bit more at 60 million. I feel like he is legit, that he's really going to see this through and get it to at least 500 million for sure. I mean, I feel like he's not stopping on this. He's been putting out a lot of videos on it. He said he's going to mention it next time he goes on whatever that Fox News show he goes on sometimes about stocks. He said he promises he's going to mention it. So I think it's a smart pickup right now at this price. It's pretty low right now, and I think it's going to get back up to its all-time high, and if not higher. So what do you think about all the Portnoy stuff? Did you buy any gel stool or anything, Mo?
Bought some. I think I like 3x maybe my money. And I put. So what happens is I always put my small test buy in, right? So it stays in my main wallet.
Yeah.
And then I use my shuriken. Sorry, I just dropped my lighter on my space bar and it put us back in the show, and I was hearing you again. Yeah, I don't know. I think I made a few bucks. I left some profits in there. I watched it go down. But I have a hard time. Like, is this gonna be cool? Like, are people gonna keep doing this? Like, big. Bless you. You know, like big people in the space or just in the world that could just move. You know, they say like, oh, you can't move mountains as a person, but man, you can sure as hell move candles. You know?
Well, I mean, it's not just people, but now countries are doing it. I think it was Central Africa,
yeah.
the Republic of Central Africa, and theirs pumped over 100 million. And I think other people are going to start doing it. Other countries are going to start doing it. I think companies are going to start doing it, but I don't know if it's going to survive because there's really no point to it. You launch a coin, it pumps, then it drops, and that's the end of it. I mean, there's really nothing after that unless you add some type of utility to it, which, I mean, what
Right.
type of utility can you even add to a meme coin? I think Portnoy tried to add some type of merchandise, but it really didn't help at all. He got listed on Kraken, which is huge. He's a partner with Kraken, so that helped. But after getting listed on Kraken, the price dropped again. He put out a video today to talk about how mad he is about the trenches and why does my coin keep going down, and then he's like, I'm going to put 40,000 more into it. So it's kind of wild.
He can put all the money he wants into it, but the bottom line is we're human beings. We get bored after certain checkpoints of time. We've talked about this.
True.
And, you know, 24, 72s, right? Those are like the main two. And then you got your 7 days, 30 days, 60 day, 90 day, right?
Yep.
Like, these are all like mental checkpoints and tests for people every day. And they get bored. Why do you think we don't talk about UAPs and drones anymore? Right?
Right.
Like, you know, it's like people just kind of move on from this shit. I'm still investigating. I'm still exploring, right? But like, most people just don't care anymore. But I think with the coins, and this is my problem with it, is that it's like when you have influencers that are doing like back in the day with streaming and stuff, streamers are trying to get away with like, oh, let me say this, do that. I have this product. People are going to buy it. I'm going to make money. But then it was like, no. SEC steps in. They're like, hashtag ad, right? This is the whole hashtag ad, you know, time frame, right?
I remember that.
Where it's like, man, if you were doing anything and you had any sort of like say or financial gain in the matter, you had to make it very well clear, right?
Yeah.
But somebody's got to step in on these guys. Like, listen, you just can't financially manipulate people.
Well,
That's all they're doing.
stop, Mo. You voted for Trump, didn't you? You voted for no regulation, sir. They are getting rid of all that crap. Right now, during Trump's America, no, they don't. You can do anything.
You can do whatever you want, but you have to answer. You have to answer to it.
You don't.
You know
That's
what I
the
mean?
who?
Oh, you do. You will. You will. And like I said, if you can't have people out there just throwing it out. I mean, listen, I'm not against what Portnoy did.
It was the
I kinda like what he
Consumer
did.
Financial Protection Board that went after those type of people, and that's what they're getting rid of.
Listen, they're gonna have all different sorts of checks and balances. Don't you worry. But the bottom line is, if you in the crypto world, you're gonna have these people out there just fucking running their mouths trying to make money. Who's next? Like, I think we talked about the Iggy Azalea coin not too long ago.
Yeah, mother.
Like, yeah, at least she kind of did it right.
I think so.
You know
too.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no,
she did it right. You know, she's
so
not
you
out
don't
there
think-
every day. She talks about it, but she doesn't, like, try to, like, pump it every fucking time she talks. It's just a coin that's tied to her, and that's it, you know?
And she put
I
pictures
don't know. I
of her
just like
butt
the
with it.
manipulation.
Her butt pictures are really good advertisements for it. It pumps every time she does that. But you don't think the way Portnoy's doing it is good?
Well, I like the, because remember, he bought, then he sold, right? And he caught a lot of slack. So he bought it back again, and then he held it. But he caught a lot of shit because he bought and then he sold. People didn't like that.
But he always, when he buys though, he always tweets and says, "Look, I'm buying this and I'm gonna sell it. Do not buy this unless you're willing to lose the money." Like, he's really upfront about everything. And like the one he bought today, maybe it was yesterday, that he bought just to sell. I forget exactly what it was called. He told you that's what he was gonna do. That he's not selling gel stool, but he's gonna buy this one and then sell it for a profit. And of course, as soon as he tweeted that, even though he's telling people it pumped, he sold it, made a profit, and put it all into gel stool. So at least he's very upfront about everything that he's doing.
Well, with that coin, yeah, but when he bought the jail stool originally, he didn't say that.
No,
Not on his initial buy.
no, I've got the original tweet right here. He says, "Hey, crypto bros, I think whoever made this coin is funny, and I want to collect it as a memories of you bitches crying like little babies. I may dump it eventually, but I'll let all you righteous losers dump on each other first. So don't put it in more than you can lose. That's what he said. These hobby game is the hobby game. Don't put in more than you can lose. Don't cry like a bitch when you lose. Bye, Felicia." So I don't know. I think it's funny, and he's like a right wing dude too. But I'm a big fan. I like what he's doing with the crypto. I've got his notifications turned on, so every time he buys something, I try to jump in and then jump out as soon as I can. And I mean, what else are you gonna do at this point now besides stay with Solana? Just keep liquid, or just have Solana ready, so that if somebody big announces a meme coin, like if Lady Gaga announces a meme coin or Elon Musk announces a meme coin, you're gonna want to get into that as soon as possible.
I was working on some new filters and stuff on my. Let's start using GMGN, and there's another one I started using. But they got some really good trending charts on here.
Yep,
I've been looking at some coins last night alone that I was able to like 10x and get the fuck out. But the problem is, nice. I play it like a pussy. I don't throw 1,000 or 100 in on this quick 10x's. I'm not that crazy. Nah. I'll throw like $50 in, $25 sometimes, and be like, hey, let's just see what happens, and it's like a reminder,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've seen some good filters with people keeping an eye on Meteora, which is where the Trump coin launched and a couple of other big meme coins launched. That's a good place to keep an eye out, and then tracking the right wallets too. Says,
I got Aiden Ross's wallet. I got the bank's wallet. I got the all their little friends in their little freaking group. I got all their wallets that they send them coins.
The LA Vape crew.
Yeah, I got the. I'm pretty sure we got the Portnoy wallet. I have to look. And there was another wallet I was tracking. It was pretty good.
There's another wallet that front runs all of Portnoy's stuff that I think they actually posted it in the Bones podcast in their description, so I'm gonna keep an eye on that one because that's a good one to watch. Brunity says, the thing I just want educated people of all colors running the world. Well, who else do you think runs the world? Do you think uneducated people run the world anywhere? Please let me know what country has elected uneducated people besides America. Dave Portnoy got sucked into Safe Moon Coin. Yeah, I heard he's in a lawsuit with that. Lots of pumps and dumps, man. I lost I started off with, I don't know, $150 and ran it all the way up to $1,500 on Trump. Then I lost half of that on the TikTok coin. Then I lost like a couple hundred on the JRE coin. Nothing but dumps. I bought the, don't laugh, I bought the Tekashi 69 coin. I don't know why. My kid is a fan. He's got a t-shirt of him. I thought maybe the guy was all right. Maybe it wasn't Tekashi 69, but it was some rapper. He rugged the crap out of me. It was fast too. Do I play Pokemon? I play Pokemon Go. Not anymore. I used to play a lot of Pokemon Go. I never played the card game. I played Magic the Gathering. I play a lot of Marvel Snap. But I never got into Pokemon. It's too much coin flipping. Every card is about flip 3 coins. I'm like, come on. Was Dave in Pump Fun doing all that pumping? So what he does is he finds coins, I think, that have graduated from Pump Fun and that are associated with him, stuff that's about him usually. And he'll buy a coin that he didn't exactly create. Now, he keeps mentioning, and he mentioned again today, that he still plans on creating his own coin eventually. And if he does, Gelstool is going straight to 0. So he says he's going to hold Gelstool to a billion. I'm kind of scared to put any more money into it because if he puts out his own coin, it's all over with.
I was watching. Did you catch any of that Banks Aiden Ross stream from last week?
No. Maybe a little.
Comical, really. I know we throw around a lot of buzzwords, right? But like, that's all they talk about is buzzwords. They're just like everything. They don't really know like the insides of why they're doing it. They just know what they're doing, right? Because someone tells them to do it. Right. And watching these guys hold a conversation, right? And Aiden Ross is just like, I want to do it the right way. I want to do it the right way, and blah 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 blah. And it's like, I'm looking at his wallet now. He says he'll never launch a coin. He says he'll never do that to his people, right? First of all, I don't believe that. Second of all, look at his wallet. He has the entire supply of the one of the Aiden Ross coins. Now, either someone bought it and sent it to him, which again, I don't know the other address of the wallet, right?
Right.
Because, someone like a fan could have made it, sent him the supply to try to boost the price because people saw the wallet,
well, not if you send 100%, you don't
That's
boost
what I'm saying, right? But why would you send 100% exactly? Now,
right.
If you sent 50% of the supply,
right,
it would make sense. But if you have the entire supply, how are you going to say, like, oh, I don't plan on launching a meme coin,
So you think he's about to launch one and he's already got it in his wallet?
That's what it looks like. But again, how does he come out and save face when he's every time you see him now for the past week? It's like, I'm not launching a coin, guys. And he's on Twitter now with his alternate account,
Right.
like AR-15 Demon or something.
Mhm.
And he's just like nothing but like crypto tweets. And he's like, fuck ETH. This to the moon, that to the moon. It's like, bro, these guys really have no fucking clue.
He's
They
trying
really
to get
don't.
inundated with crypto Twitter before he launches his coin so people know who he is.
That's what it seems like, yeah.
Yeah. News now says, is Haktua still going to prison? Haktua finally came back. She finally woke up. She
You
had
watched that interview?
Yeah, she had that interview that was especially not supposed to get released, but then it got leaked. And the reason it wasn't going to be released is because a bunch of insiders went and bought some Haktua coin because they were going to talk about how she was going to buy back into the Haktua coin during this podcast, which she had with, I think, Banks, right?
Yep, it was Banks, the same clowns. Was it Frank from The Gods or whatever?
Yep. I
Oh,
heard
and
the Frank
the
guy
whole
wrote a
clown
bunch
show.
of people. I don't know. But
I
yeah.
gotta be careful. I think those guys are actually in PFL. But yeah, you know what? They don't donate to me though. Fuck them.
Yeah.
They used to, but
Yeah, those are some good wallets to follow right there. So yeah, I mean, I hold a little bit of Haktua. I bought it after the rug, and it hasn't moved or anything, so I don't expect much from it. Maybe we educate people instead of banning everything. Not anymore. We got rid of the Department of Education. We don't do that anymore, Denny OC. We only hate on people. Since Dave adopted Miss Peaches, his little pity changed my whole opinion of him. I saw the Miss Peaches thing. I didn't get into that one. There's actually an old coin, I think it's on base, called Peaches. That's named after his dog that he adopted, that I held for a long time back in the day. Made a little money off of it. I thought he would get into that, but he never did. I think he's more into Solana. It seems like we have Big A in the chat. What's up, Big A? He's talking about the Avalanche coin starting to cook again. I forget what I used to hold on Avalanche. I probably still have it. I probably still have some moon bags. But I think I did
good stuff on AVAX, bro.
Yeah, I did good on a few coins on Avalanche, AVAX. I don't remember exactly which ones, but maybe we should get back into that. I've been thinking
There's
about
one coin in particular that got me into AVAX, which back in the day was during like the original run. It was called Joe. It was the Joe token on AVAX, and that was my first interaction with the Avalanche network.
Joe. I've not heard of that. Yeah, I can't remember which coins it was that I was buying on Avalanche, but I like the idea of buying Avalanche in general, just Avalanche coins, because first of all, you can get them on Coinbase, but it represents this Avalanche blockchain, which is being used and adopted more and more, and it really doesn't get the type of attention that stuff like Solana gets, and Solana still has its issues. So Avalanche is an American company as well, or it's American blockchain. That's a smart one to get into. Pokepoke says I can trade cards. My kid has a bunch of Pokemon cards. He never played either, but he liked collecting the cards, so he's got tons of cards. I will try to get him to sit down and learn with me how to play. He had no interest whatsoever. I don't know why. I thought this was interesting from the child lover himself, Mr. Matthew Gates. Says tokenization is going to overtake the U.S. economy. Cash is going the way of the beeper. He's not saying this is a good thing or a bad thing, but it is coming. And he's somebody who probably goes to the Bilderberg group meetings and probably knows some inside information. And it does seem with the way that World Liberty Financial, Donald Trump's company, is buying up all these tokens and staking them, that the future is tokenization. I don't know. What do you think? What does it mean, Mo? What does it mean for the dollar? I mean, is this legit?
Mm-hmm.
Is it 40, 50 years away, or is it like a
It
year
ain't
away?
40, 50 years away, and we could be 5 to 10, really. But man, that's 5 to 10. No, I think, and it's funny, bro, full circle, because people like me and you talk about it years ago now. The other countries, right, they want to weaken the U.S. dollar, right? They want to do their digital currency. They want to do their own thing, right? So the U.S. has got to keep up, right?
Yep.
So we talked about this. The U.S. gets everybody on board with tokenization and digital assets, right? And next thing you know, digital dollar. Now the government can track all of our money. They can put, expiration dates on that money. They can taper inflation with that money whenever they want. They can say, listen, if the American people don't spend X amount of dollars by January 1st, this money is going to expire because we got to, we got to juice up the treasury.
Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about that, yeah.
And there's actually been real financial institutions talking about this now, of like how big it could be, because the government will have so much power at that point. You know what I'm saying? If you could be like, your dollar won't exist on January 1st unless the American people spend X amount of dollars. Now it turns into like a game of Survivor. Now it's like I'm going to my neighbor and be like, yo, don't you want to buy that lawnmower? Don't you want to buy that big screen TV you were always talking about? Like, it's going to turn into a crazy game. And honestly, that's kind of where I still see it going. I don't really think I've changed my mind on it.
So I wonder what the currency, let's say that does happen. Is the currency Bitcoin? Is the currency Trump? Is the currency Doge?
It's a digital USDC. It'll be
okay.
It'll be USDC on the whatever chain they decide to use.
Yeah. Danny LC says, did Trump really ban pennies? Yes. Apparently, it costs like 3 cents to make a penny. So they're going to get rid of all pennies, which makes perfect sense, except for the fact that now you need more nickels. And the problem with nickels is they cost about 37 cents to make, or something like 17 cents to make. Is like way more than they're worth. So I don't know if he actually fixed any problems with it. People have suggested this before, but he did say he's banning pennies and plastic straws. I mean, when are you going to... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Paper straws.
Paper straws, yeah. If they don't work, they fall apart.
They fall apart in your mouth. When are you going to fix the prices of the food? He said he was doing that on day one. Prices have only gone up. Oh, he's talking about the Pokemon Pocket, Pokemon phone game. I haven't even opened any packs in a while. I opened some packs for a while, but it's like I don't even play the game, so... I mean, I still got the app, but I haven't done much with it. You need to expand your music. Try to listen to some rock, metal, country, not just rap. No, I listen to everything except for country. Definitely not country, and a little bit of metal. If you count, what's their name? Rage Against the Machine as metal, as some people count them. I'm big Rage fans. Some people do. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, I guess.
I like that song. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. I mean,
that's disturbed.
That's a good song. But besides that, no, I can't listen to heavy metal much. It's just, it doesn't... Yeah, it goes, it's too hard. It goes too hard for me. Hasn't the digital collar always been a credit debit card? Hasn't the digital dollar always, well, is that considered a digital dollar? Spending money with a credit card? Credit maybe.
Not really. I mean, that's line of credit a little bit different than a digital dollar. Because, I mean, again, if you owned... Let's just say you had $1,000 in, government backed USDC, right?
Right.
They could, again, you could wake up tomorrow and that could be turned off. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, true.
For whatever reason they want, they could just turn it off. Like, oh, sorry, the spending blockchain's been deactivated today. Better luck tomorrow. Like, we could wake up in some weird, like, dystopian fucking world with that shit too, which...
It doesn't seem like a good idea to me, but the good idea that I do like, and people are starting to talk about it more often, even though I've been talking about it for years, is putting all that government spending on the blockchain. That way, any type of fraud or backdoor deals will be transparent. Well,
they're getting there. I mean, what? California's going to AVAX. There's some other chains that are, some other insurance companies that are going to AVAX, DNBs. Not AVAX, blockchain, sorry. I know California was AVAX.
I thought it was AVAX too. For some reason, kind of a...
Well, California was AVAX, but I'm saying, but the other ones that are kind of jumping on now, I don't know if they're all going AVAX, but...
I'm not sure. Daniel C says it's kind of a sign how bad inflation is getting if the cent is no longer important. Inflation's at 2.8%, sir. That's actually a good inflation amount. You don't want inflation to be 0. It's just the prices need to come down, and you got to have some type of price control, which people on the right would call communism. When it class Rage as metal, oh man, I call it acid rap. I always told people back in the day that Rage Against the Machine was rap, but they wouldn't believe me. Couldn't they do that with the internet too?
No, because you can walk into a bank and then pull out your money. Okay. Take away your internet, you can't take out your money. All right, cool, go walk into a bank.
Right.
Make it a digital USDC government-backed dollar, then you won't be able to do that.
And you'll be able to have a ledger that's probably just like a credit card.
Oh, sure. But I'm saying, but they'll have one switch access to just turn it on, turn it off. You know what I mean? Whereas if, you could turn off the internet, but then you can just walk into a bank, and unless the bank isn't going to, function without the internet, which could also happen, I guess, but,
if you're like a criminal, if you break the law or something, then they can just turn it off and they have to come and arrest you. You just have no money now.
Well, exactly. Exactly. Or look at it. You ever see that movie In Time with Timberlake?
No.
Really? That's a great movie, dude. It's like a crazy future and the whole thing. It's kind of like Hunger Games with districts and zones, but the entire currency is time. So you get paid in time, you buy food, you pay in time, and when that time is out, you die.
Dang, that's kind of cool. No, I've
Hey,
never
bro, I'll
seen
tell you,
it.
it's actually a really brilliant movie. Yeah, if you've never seen it, you should definitely sit down and watch it.
Yeah, I have to check that out.
But yeah, so, but the point is, like, yeah, if they, and honestly, the more I think about it, it's kind of exactly what it would look like if we had like a crypto-backed dollar or USDC.
Oh yeah. In what
Well,
way?
yeah, like I said, they have all control.
Oh yeah.
They
yeah.
have all the control, all the power. They can. It's kind of like in when I lived out in San Francisco, right? You might have heard about this, where like they used to kind of shuffle the homeless around. So they had like these perimeters and these zones, and they would come in and be like, "Oh, well, we have this news thing going on today, so let's get all the homeless people off these 4 roads," and they would like shepherd them down to the next 4 blocks and almost create like this whole new homeless community there until the time was right. Then they moved them to a new place. Same thing in the movie. They were able to like, because they could take your time and kill you at any moment. They could just kind of like shuffle people around like rats in a race, you know?
That's messed up. Yeah.
It is messed up, but it makes you think about what could really be happening to us on a daily basis.
Especially if we give them that type of control over our money. Yeah. Big A says he's been listening to some 9 Inch Nails lately. Pretty Hate Machine, best album. The only 9 Inch Nails song I know is that I Wanna Be Like an Animal song.
You like it, animal.
Apparently the guy from 9 Inch Nails, like, he does every single instrument. He just records them separately. He does the guitar, he does the drums, he does the vocals. I'm like, dang.
Bro, Trent Reznor's the man, dude.
Apparently so.
He's produced and worked on some like interesting album, like hip hop stars, and
Oh, really?
he might have even done some country music himself.
Yikes.
Pretty sure he did the Johnny Cash stuff with him, if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
Florida
Yeah,
State
Trent Reznor's
Makeover
amazing.
says, why don't we let the immigrants hunt down child predators? For every predator they hunt down, they get their green card. We can call it Alien versus Predator. Did you
Yeah.
come up with that yourself? Because that's genius.
Bro, that might have been the funniest thing out of my life.
Call it Alien versus Predator. I mean, hey, Trump might do something like that. Don't tell Trump because he will like that too much. Don't send that to him.
Bro.
Maiden, Iron Maiden,
Oh
Black Sabbath, Slayer, Pantera is metal rage more 90s salt rock. Yeah, I'm not big into all that personally. Alt rock, I call it acid rap. In Time.
Grunge, yeah, grunge.
Grunge,
Yeah.
In Time was the name of the movie. Thank you, sir.
I think I
no-
said in time, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I wasn't sure exactly if that's what you were saying though, so I'm glad you put that on there.
Yeah,
I did
in
want to
time
point
with
this out if you
Timberlake.
guys were watching. Oh wait, no, that's not what I was. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna talk about the OpenSea airdrop too. But if you guys were watching 2 weeks ago, I mentioned this coin B3. I think Mo looked it up on the stream while we were talking about it, and I told you all that it's probably gonna be the next one to be listed on Coinbase. I doubt anybody went and bought it because of that, but you should have, because it did get listed on Coinbase like yesterday, and it's up to like a $200 million market cap. So hopefully you listened to me and bought, but I don't think you did. A right-wing comedian made that
Oh,
joke.
I did. I didn't buy back then, but
I like
I
the
don't know
idea
where
of
the
the
hell
B3. Like all the information about it sounded pretty bullish. Pump Fund made $23 million in 7 days. Is Pump Fund good or bad for crypto, Mo?
it's horrible. It's horrible because it's like I said, it's you give people a script, and as soon as people know the script, now it's just like, well, okay, cool. So the rug pull was an hour. Now it's like, oh, people are onto us. Let's chop it down to 45 minutes. Oh shit, they're onto that. Let's go half hour. Now it's like, bro, now you get rug pulled in like 3 minutes.
Less than 3 minutes. Like people make the coin on Pump.Fund just waiting for one person to buy it, and as soon as one person buys, they close it and take that money.
Oh, no, yeah, exactly. Well, I'm talking about 3 minutes from graduation on to
okay.
like,
No,
yeah,
the
but no,
pump.
you are right though. People are getting rug now in the pump, and I don't really mess around in Pump.Fund to be honest, but I probably should.
Probably shouldn't.
Well, you know what? I probably shouldn't, but dude, I'm down a lot of money this week. After the whole Trump thing, where I tried to make the buy, didn't realize it was a good idea, got fucked in the long run, made money. I find myself chasing now. I feel like that gambler at the casino who's just down, but he keeps
It's
like, oh, I
exactly
gotta
what it
win.
is. It feels exactly like gambling. We're on tilt. As soon as I lost that
Yeah.
money on TikTok, I lost $700. Got rugged by a member of Trump's cabinet, of course. I was on tilt, and I started buying stupid stuff. And I lost a couple $100 buying dumb stuff because it all rugged. I mean, you got to kind of just wait around for that perfect coin that you see on Twitter. And even if you see it on Twitter and it's already at 4 billion market cap like Trump was, when Abdullah told me about it, we both said like, oh, we're too late. But we were actually one of the first ones to get into it because then it ran up to what, 200 something billion. So
Yeah.
You just save your money for the perfect coins because all these pump fun celebrity coins, a lot of them are rugs, especially the rappers. Don't buy any rappers. Maybe Kanye.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
the bad baby, but yeah, apparently I'm up about 200% on B3 right now. So
On B3, let's go. Nice. Yeah, I bought the bad baby coin. She acted like she was actually doing it the right way this time. It hasn't done anything. I think I sold mine for like I broke even on it pretty much, but that one was actually better than most of the rapper coins. I mean, Big A's right. Pump fund is sucking liquidity out of the alts, out of the market in general. Everybody's gambling, losing money.
that's why we didn't have an alt season.
I know.
Everyone's sitting around waiting for alt season. Like,
Yep.
yeah, it wasn't coming. They were on vacation, bro.
And I know, I feel like I should start buying some alts because it's got to eventually happen, right? That's what everybody says. We get nothing but bullish news. Everything is set up perfectly, but it still hasn't happened yet. Woody says, wore that hat and started buying MAGA coins. I did buy a lot of MAGA coins, and every one of the MAGA coins freaking rugged on me. I bought a Yay coin that I thought was the Yay coin.
God. Don't even. Yeah, did you buy the same one I bought the other night?
Probably, because somebody really pumped it up like it was the real thing for some reason. I saw a couple different things about it. I was like, oh, this is legit, and I'm in so early. And it rugged.
Yeah, I was in. I think I actually made some of my initial buy because I don't know about you, but again, I don't throw a lot of money in right away. Usually, just I want it in my wallet, so I see the green or the red. You know.
Oh, right.
I'm like, sometimes 25, sometimes even like $10, just so it's in there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just waiting for the bounce, right?
Yep.
And even if I know I put $10 in and it's on its way down, for me, if I don't keep it in front of me, I forget about it. And I'm like, well, motherfucker, that thing just 100x'd on me in 2 days, you know?
Yeah, I forget about them too, even when I just got into some. That's kind of why I like to put in whatever I'm going to put in and then get to the point where I can take out my initial, hopefully, 2x and I'm taking out half. But sometimes I'll take out the initial before I even get to 2x and then I can just not pay attention to it because I feel like it's all house money. Smart Buy said, what will you choose between new altcoins versus OMI versus VV collectibles? I would definitely choose new altcoins. Uh-oh. Such a crazy question that Mo disappeared. But me personally, I'm going with new altcoins. Oh.
My bad.
There he is.
I was just moving shit around and I'm like, oh, why is my virtual camera on? Let me turn it off real quick.
No problem. What about you, Mo? If you had to choose between OMI, which is your favorite, then VV collectibles or altcoins?
I only like Omi when you put it in the mirror because it spells my name. IMO.
IMO.
But in my opinion, none of the above. I'm going strictly Web3 gaming for the next leg. And I think AVAX and gaming is really all I'm focused. And AI. There's going to be a ton of AI innovation still, but
I feel like AI is going to be super saturated. I like that.
well, exactly, yeah.
I like that. Just getting into meme coins right now because that's kind of the narrative.
Well, no, listen, I always like the meme coins. That's because I'm a degenerate gambler, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm saying when it comes to an actual, like, investment, I'd much rather put it, again, into, gaming launch pads or some sort of, utility token, whether it be Crown, whether it be, AVAX itself, because I think AVAX is going to be the go-to chain once off the grid launches.
Yeah, I like AVAX a lot.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Listen, I didn't have the crazy background of, like, the blockchain when I came into crypto. I just, as, like, a normal human being with a pretty good, education on technology, I just sat down and I was like, what makes the most sense to me? And Solana was the only one that made sense. Like Ethereum, even Polygon being based, relying on Ethereum, and Bitcoin was antiquated, cost too much money for gaming, right?
Right.
I'm talking strictly gaming, by the way.
Okay.
Solana just was the only one that made sense to me. And now look at it, right? Look at it 3-4 years later, and it's people like, oh my God, we gotta have the Solana, because it's like everyone realized that it made sense.
Yeah.
And I think AVAX makes the same sense when it comes to insurances and stuff like that. They have pretty good security from what I understand. But yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, here's a question for you. Do you want to own the game cartridge or do you want to own the console? Because I kind of want to own the console now. There's so many games out there. There's going to be so many bad games, but you always have to have the console to play, right? You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely. Yeah, and there's always like one console that wins the console wars, or at least two of them that come to the rise at the top. And if you pick one that isn't considered one of the contenders now and it ends up being like Avalanche, then you're gonna make a lot of money.
And I saw a graph, I don't know if you saw this, or a chart where it showed every time that Bitcoin surpassed 100K, it showed the price of Ethereum.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Saw that, right?
Yep.
Because there's an interesting trend on that. Every single time that Bitcoin crossed 200K on the next time, Ethereum was lower.
Yep.
Because people are starting to realize, like, that might be a sinking ship. You know? Like,
I don't know. Eric Trump said it now is a good time to buy Ethereum, which I thought was crazy that he would say that. He said, thank me later.
Yeah, but I don't know. Personally, I know they're saying that. I know you have the Aiden Rosses and the Bankses and all these other people that are out there, like, on the CT, right? They're like, oh, crypto Twitter, AVAX. My brain just goes right to AVAX and Solana. But they go, Ethereum, it's so underpriced. Look what it does compared to this. But what they don't realize is that it's really not that good of a chain. If it was that good of a chain, you wouldn't need all these layer 2s on top of it to fix it. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, that's, like, right? You don't have a layer 2 on Solana. You don't have the layer 2s you see like that on AVAX, you know?
Right. Yeah, I think those other blockchains will win out in the end because they're faster and they're cheaper. Pokey says, I don't like David Yu. That's messed up. Big A says...
Remember back in the day, real quick, remember if you had like a Sega Genesis, and then you wanted to have like a Game Genie, you had to get the Game Genie, put it between, and you put the cartridge on top. But then if you wanted to have a 32X, you had to have the Genesis with the 32X with a Game Genie, and then God forbid you were playing online with that X-Band shit. If you remember that, you plug the phone line in. You'd have, bro, your console would be like 8 feet high. And you have like one cartridge that's like wobbling at the top.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you want a blockchain that's like that?
That's Ethereum. No,
Ethereum, exactly.
Yeah, no, thank you. C-Spell says, is IMX in a good... Oh, sorry, I missed Big A's comment. Big A says, Omi's beating on that 00026 to 00028 support level yet again. I think it could roll over soon. I was saying, I mean, I tweeted it maybe a week ago that it might be a good time to buy Omi to get a quick double because I thought it would pump, because I thought the whole market would pump. Nothing pumped. Of course, Omi didn't pump either. Man, I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing to get into because eventually it's going to go up, but I don't even know at this point. I like FET, and they keep making mergers. I hear a lot about FET. It's not a gaming token. I like TET, Tectum. That's another blockchain. It's like the fastest blockchain. IMX, keep your diapers on and don't leave the screen if trading. It's unpredictable at best. What do you think about IMX? It's just a marketplace, right, Mo?
No, IMX is a chain, isn't it?
Oh, it might be. I know they have a marketplace.
I thought IMX was a layered... Wasn't it a layered...
No,
on Ethereum?
There's a little bit of an argument about this. I mean, IMX is not a blockchain. It has ZK rollups, but it's not considered a blockchain.
Well, it's a layer 2. It's a layer 2 for NFTs and blockchain gaming. Secured by Ethereum blockchain.
People argue about it whenever they argue about whether or not VV NFTs are NFTs.
Explanation of what they are.
There you go.
So, I mean, yeah, I guess you could, right, if you want to put semantics into it, but that's the problem. Like, what really is a layer 2 in comparison to a blockchain? That would be the question.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people think layer 2s will be the ones that matter in the end, the ones that people use more often. They're probably right if it's going to be cheaper and faster because that's what matters most. Bruin88 says, I'm looking at a lot of VV collectibles I bought and see what they are going for in the market. Man, I lost so much money. I've been trying to, or I've been wanting to cash out a little bit of my VV gems so I can put it into... I was going to say altcoins, but I'll be honest, I'm going to lose it all in the trenches. I don't care. I like it. It's fun. I want to put it in and gamble, but the problem is I was trying to sell a couple of things before I cashed out, and you can't sell nothing on VV. I freaking undercut the floor on my VV Gold mint number 9 like 3 times. I'm down, it's like 299 gems for a 1-digit collectible, and literally nobody is buying it. C-Spill says, Randy's now going for 1 billion OMI tokens. I mean, what's that, like 50 cents? Is that worth it? How much is that worth? Bruin88 says his vault value is sucking. I don't know if that's what he was trying to say there with those emojis, but it's not good. It does not look like 2 good emojis together. Randy, according to him, has spent over $600,000 for an OMI bag with a current worth of around $59,000. So he spent $600,000. He's got $59,000. And when you go and watch him on his live stream, he will act like a complete crypto expert with 100% confidence. It's just wild to me personally. I don't know why, but me personally, blows my mind. Smartbot says something is there that keeps me positive about Vivi, that they control everything. And what if they lose again on crypto buying, trading? Brands starts to tweet about Vivi again. Big influences. I mean, I don't hate the fact that it's a walled garden because there are so much scams and wallet drainers. It keeps everybody's stuff safe. I don't think that's a horrible thing. But I mean, if you don't have anything to do with your collectibles, then what's the point of owning them? I don't think the VeVeVerse is going to be that bullish. I mean, it's just another showroom. I mean, the fact that it's interactive is helpful. People can go to other people's showrooms, which that's nice. But I mean, if you don't have any type of gamification, what's the point? I don't know, man. I don't really understand the utility.
Well, we might have to create the utility, right? And that's the sad part about what Vivi does, because I don't think they're smart enough to figure it out. The same way that they're like, oh, we'll give you guys the showrooms, and we're not going to help you guys with any editing, but then look at the people that have become, you know, I don't want to say famous, or they blew up on Twitter or whatever because they made, you know, Vivi videos, you know?
Yep.
But, like, people can make their own utility if they're creative enough, right? The question is it worth it? Like, if me and you can do Tales from the Crypto in, like, a custom 3D model that I build, upload, and get approved into the VeVeVerse, right? That's cool, right? I feel like we can fuck with that. You know what I mean?
That would be cool. I don't think we'll be able to do that, but if we could, it would be cool.
Well, from what they're saying, we will be able to, because that's what you do on whatever the hell that. I always forget the name of it. The one that's built off of. Oh my god.
I forgot what it's called too. It starts with a C.
Q or C, yeah. Oh, Cavernous. Cavernous.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I feel like whatever that Cavernous allows on their platform, right, is what Vivi's gonna have, maybe like a lesser version, like a free version of it, you know?
Yep.
But yeah, like over there, you upload objects, you get them approved, and then you could use them, right? So why not allow that for us? Because I could build us a crazy set. I can do, like, we can upload a new set every week.
Yeah,
Chat
no,
can come in, we can invite them, and do, like, whoever makes it to the top of this crazy Mo challenge tower first. You know what I mean? Like, we can do all sorts of shit like that. But
that'd be cool.
it depends on just how much they really allow us to do, right?
Yeah. C-Spill, what is the comment you're talking about? Because I heard people talking about this, and I'm looking for it right now, and I don't see it. Apparently, Rev Alex said something controversial. I don't know exactly what it is that he said. If Vivi can become profitable again, nobody will care about utility. Making money is the utility, but that is a big thing. Whether they can bring new people, like what would possibly bring in new people? Like people who aren't already into crypto. But then again, crypto is becoming a little more mainstream now, so maybe they start doing some advertising. If some of their licensors start promoting, that could help. Vivi needs to add new collectibles. Oh, they add new collectibles almost every day now. But now new IPs for sure. I don't know. I've lost a lot of interest in Vivi. All right, one more thing I had set up here to
Well, let me ask you a quick question, maybe for chat too. It's not a long question.
Okay.
Since, I'm not even gonna say, let's just say the Trump election, because that's when it really started happening for me. I know it was a great day in your life. How many people have reached out to you that you would have never guessed about buying crypto, about buying things like XRP, or looking into like digital assets? Like anybody? Because I've had way too many calls and had many conversations since the middle of November.
I've had a couple people talk about it at work, and I've given my YouTube channel to a couple people at work because they're interested in it. I always tell people just to DCA into Bitcoin if I don't have time to explain stuff to them. I feel like that's good enough financial advice.
Yeah, that's actually it's pretty decent advice. Yeah, 'cause don't put them in the pump.fun era. But I tell people, yeah, like I had my one homie from Cali who these are one of the people he used to laugh me out of the room when I would talk about NFTs and crypto and what I was doing with the horses, right?
Right.
And now dude hit me up. He's like, "Yo, bro, how do I buy XRP? I got this app," and I'm like, "No fucking shot, dude." I was like, "No fucking shot. I'm helping you, bro." But I mean, I wanted to talk with him a little bit, but I just find it funny that I'm like, these are the people that couldn't stop laughing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
oh,
so now you understand that it's not going anywhere, and I was right.
Yep.
People like me and Vault were right.
That's the one good thing about Trump. He's making crypto a lot more mainstream, which is a good thing in my opinion. News Now Marijuana says, aren't you blocked by Alex G? I'm not at all blocked by Alex G. I don't think I've ever been blocked by Alex G. I've actually had some DMs with Alex G, sir. Thank you very much. We got JOC.
He was on the show.
What's up?
Wasn't he on the show?
No, I've never had anybody from VV on my show, except for people that...
Oh, we had...
Except for people that joined...
We didn't have Reverend Alex G on the show?
No, maybe you and BE, not us. I asked him once to come on Fuckers, and he laughed. He was like, of course not. Shout out to JOC's in the chat. There's an OG right there. Big A says they changed it. You can see
I
people
gotta
that
have my head
I'm
checked.
not blocked though, but now I can see VV's tweets because they do have me blocked. It has to be the want to have a collectible or digital comic. For what reason? I don't know. It's hard for me to explain to a person who doesn't already collect NFTs why they would want to own these NFTs. I don't know. Like, wouldn't you rather have the physical version? But of course, you can't own the physical version when it comes to something like an expensive comic book. But I guess there's a point of owning the digital version if you can see in the future of the value that it could possibly have, especially as a collectible. So that's the only reason I'm still holding stuff. One more thing to mention was the OpenSea airdrop that we've been hearing about, but apparently it excludes U.S. citizens. You're not allowed to use VPNs, and KYC is mandatory. However, OpenSea responded to this and just says, just so y'all know, none of the rumors on X today are true. So I don't know if they're saying that the rumors for the requirements, like people that are in the U.S. are not going to be able to get it, are not true, or the whole entire airdrop rumors are not true, because we've heard rumors about OpenSea airdrops before. I'm super pumped about the whole thing because for years I would go in and buy 6 or 7 NFTs, Polygon NFTs off of OpenSea every day.
You give away
and send them out to my my Patreon members. Yeah, so I bought and sold thousands of NFTs on OpenSea. So maybe I can get a big airdrop. What do you think about it, Mo?
Yeah, I'd probably be in the same boat, especially if they count all the transactions from all the things I've minted of my own.
Yes.
Remember, we used to do the logos, I used to do all the weird shit like that.
Yep.
And so if they're just counting access or how many times you've used OpenSea, yeah, we might be up for a good little payday. But yeah, that tweet was weird, right? It's they didn't. Are they saying oh, it's not really an airdrop, or oh, we're not really gonna KYC you that hard,
I think the OpenSea Foundation is a new thing that they just created, which people are saying is for the airdrop. So maybe the airdrop exists, but none of the details have been announced yet. Some people are saying that those were the right details, but then after they saw the uproar from the community, they changed their mind and put out this tweet instead. So I don't know for sure.
Well,
man.
I know we don't have much time, but I can tell you this, that Crown from PFL, right?
Yeah.
They actually just started up the Crown Foundation as well.
Oh.
I don't really think it has anything to do with an airdrop per se. Maybe on OpenSea it does, but I know on the PFL side, the reason why they did it and the explanation was that if we are going to start getting some clarity and regulation and stuff like that on digital assets and crypto, you're going to want these foundations and have these, to have all your holdings in one spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of having some in a dev wallet, some in the team wallet, some in a airdrop wallet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the way they kind of explained it. It's just I guess how we would have whatever the treasury here and the reserves in the United States, right? Where you get the money printed.
Yeah. Smart.
So I don't know. That's how they explained it. Kind of made sense to me, but
Big A says he thinks OpenSea leaked the info to see how it was received and backtracked. That's one of the theories. I don't know. Pokey says, what's your plans for the week? My plans for the week, I don't know. It was snowing today for the first time in a while, and my kid didn't even have school today because there was too much snow. I still had to go to work. Besides that, I don't have any particular plans this week. What about you, Mo?
It's first week of the season. Got brand new horses racing.
Nice.
Other than that, dude, I guess I've been getting rugged 2-3 times a day.
I want to do a live from the trenches stream, just go in there and get rugged left and right like I used to, but I don't know. I don't know if I have time or money to do that. All right, C-Spell, I'm going to look for that
Yeah,
comment.
I have the time.
Yeah.
But money for me is with Crown being down so low.
Yeah.
Yeah, all my reserves. I was I might really never have to go back to work again. On top of everything else, crashing along with it. I'm kind of sitting around now going, shit, I might actually go back driving.
Yeah, it's getting rough. Yeah. I lost all my gains. I had to put a little bit of money of my own in, which I never do. So it's getting rough. I'm gambling too much. Bruin 88's
I just went through my Trump profits. I went through my butthole profits. I was buying Solana at $8 to $13, and I still have 10, maybe 10, 20 Solana across a couple wallets. But
oh, nice. Oh, you're doing good then.
Other than that, I'm trying not to get rid of it though. Every time I turn around, I'm oh, I got so much Solana here. You know what? Fuck it. I'll put 100 into these meme coins. And then my biggest problem is I know we got to go. And I did it again this morning. I freaking tripled up on these stupid Harry Boys coins, right?
Oh, yep. I saw those.
But then I fall asleep, and I gotta find a better bot, man. No Bullx, and this other one I started using is supposedly good. I need like an auto. I gotta have my auto sales to get the fuck out when I'm sleeping, dude. Not having these for meme coins is killing me.
Yeah,
it's
you
costing me
need
so
it.
much money
Yeah.
now. But I refuse to connect most of my wallets to these Telegram bots and these auto sales things. But apparently Bullx is really, really good. I've been using this GMGN tracker for meme coins, which has made me a lot of money.
Nice.
But I've lost a lot of profits. So
Yeah,
I gotta figure that
Shuriken
out.
charges me too much for small transactions, so I'm starting to use Jupiter just to get my trades in and tracking it on Shuriken.
yeah, I'll send you a link to this other one, but it's pretty good.
Nice. All right, everybody. About time to end the stream for this week. But as you probably know, we do these live streams every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tales from the Crypto. Come hang out with us next week. I'll probably be live this weekend for the VV drops if they drop anything worth being live for, or maybe just to hang out. But thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Shout out to Mo for co-hosting. Mo, you got anything planned on your channel over there on Kick this week?
I've been back playing Rocket League. I'm trying to get back in the champion division. We're currently Diamond 3 in 3s and Diamond 1 in 2s, I think. But anyway, I'm still spinning slots, playing some Rocket League at night, and that's about it, man. But sorry for oversleeping. That was my bad. Happens once in a blue moon. But
Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah,
hopefully
make
have
sure you
it
guys
fixed.
check out Mo. The link to his Twitter with all the links to his channels is down in the description. All right, everybody, have a good week, and I'll see you this weekend. If not, then I'll see you next Tuesday. Later.
See you next Tuesday.
Prices one more time. Arcade might be going live today. Think about that. Saw him in the chat. He usually goes live around this time. On Sundays. Sorry, that's tomorrow. My bad. All right, so you can see that
You're still
Wave
here.
and Johnny Dunn will be on the floor at 2100. Ultra rares.
It's
were
over.
75 last time we
Go
checked.
home.
We're at 155.
Oh,
I think
you're
they'll stay above
expecting a
100.
teaser for the next VV drop? Well, we don't have that kind of money.
100 rares. We're at 33.
You
Last time
expecting
I checked, there
Sam
was a
Jackson
little bit.
show up with
There's
an
only 600
eye patch
something
and
of
a
those.
saucy little leather number? Go.
Uncommon games.